Up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Swipe prison blood, you can see it in my eye. Up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time.
All right, family. I'm trying something new. Give me a chance to adjust the volume. I don't know why it always comes on so loud. Now, because of tonight's subject, I am playing both the 963 hertz for the God frequency and the 432 hertz on the TV for the meditation and relaxation. You guys let me know if it's okay. Now, if the sounds are conflicting, I will turn off the 432, but we're going to keep the God frequency, especially given the nature of what I'm about to get into. My afro is good and symmetrical. Y'all know I be with the perfectionist, especially the way the green screen be cutting off my afro. It's literally like way bigger than this, but okay. So I feel like we need all the high frequencies we can get because we finna get into some tea, family. Good to see everybody. Cece, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Bro in the building. Chief Lone Wolf in the building. Good to see you. Patty Munn, good to see you, my love. All right. So glad to see you, Cody. Dee Dee in the building. Good to see you. Lisa, good to see you, sis. Good to see everybody back in the building. Okay, you guys said it sounds okay. I'm going to leave it. So let's get right to it. Happy to see all of you. Okay, so let's get right into it. Shout out to Stone Paxton. I definitely appreciate the conversation that we had on Instagram. Y'all, when I tell you there's so much tea, and some of it I can't reveal just yet. Out of respect for Stone's wishes, when the time comes, it will be revealed. But when I tell y'all, the receipts is coming. The receipts on top of receipts on top of receipts. Now, some of my theories, he did, confirm whether or not certain things were true, and I appreciate that. Again, shout out to Stone. And just shout out to him wanting to genuinely get to the bottom of things, get the truth out there, and really fighting for Angie. So you guys make sure that you put hashtag justice for Angie Stone. If you guys don't mind, after the live, once it finishes uploading, if you can just comment hashtag justice for Angie Stone, that would really help. That will help the video in the algorithm. I put a ton of hashtags on there. I want this video circulating. I want this video to go viral. Don't forget to like the video coming in. All right, looks like we're getting good likes. So thank you. Like the video coming in, like, share, and subscribe. For those who have not subscribed, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. And if you have, welcome to D's World. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell. That way you are notified every time I upload or go live. Just give me 1 second. So I want to get right into it. Yes, justice for Angie Stone. Hashtag justice for Angie Stone, because that is what this is all about. And thank you guys so much. Appreciate the support, family. So yes, tonight I'm going to be talking about more details of Angie Stone's satanic sacrifice. Now I want to start off by saying all commentary on my channel is alleged outside of my real life experiences. Any video content that we are going to review, and we're going to review a few, so I'm going to get right into it, is for purposes of education, entertainment, bringing awareness, and getting down to the bottom of things. Okay, there's a whole bunch of he said, she said. Y'all know, like my little troll song, they be howling at a whoop-de-whoop, blah, say blah, he said, she said, oh my God. No, we're going to get to the facts. No more of the he said, she said. Down to the deeds, down to the receipts, down to facts. So let's get right into it. Let me go ahead and share screen. Now, more than likely tomorrow night, if all goes well, we're going to be doing Cody's transition story. After that, depending on how long that live is, I do want to deep dive into the facts about Paperwork Party TV. It was not a coincidence that when I was speaking about him, he suddenly made his live members only. Now, he did send some of his little minions, some of his own real rejects of YouTube to my channel to make comments that I deleted. Oh, it wasn't about you. Highly doubt that, because it was right at the moment when I went live and was roasting him that he made his live members only. Okay. And on that live, if you guys got a chance to see it, if you did not, he pulled up Stone Paxton's photo. There's a photo. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It's a picture of Stone fighting, like in a fighting stance. And he shared screen. And he was like, oh, I don't mess with fighters. I shoot people. And I just was like, what the fuck? Like, why in the entire fuck would you say that? Like, is that a threat? Are you threatening to shoot him? I mean, because he went on and on and on about how, he was trained in the military to shoot assault rifles. And ever since, basically ever since he learned how to shoot assault rifles, that he no longer fights, he shoots. And just to me, in my opinion, that sounded like a threat. And I'm just really, really starting to wonder, who in the hell is Paperwork Party TV for real? Because why would you ever say that? And why would you say it live? That definitely sounds like a threat to conspiracy to commit a crime. A crime called murder. So, sir, I'm going to need you to think about the shit you say on this app, because you definitely make yourself sound like you're trying to threaten somebody. And that's, that's just real weird for a content creator to say while they're live, on the tube. So again, shout out to Stone Paxton. Thank you for the conversation and all. Just we had a good good conversation. Like I said, some receipts I won't be able to present just yet, but I will pretty soon. Andrew, good to see you, bro. Glad to see you in the building. Peace, love, and happiness. Good to see you. Good to see the family coming back in the building. Exactly. We don't like no threats. Exactly, Lisa. He literally pulled up his picture and said, "Oh yeah, people like this. I don't fight. I shoot. So from the motherfucker wants to come for me to fight, I'm a shooter, sir. That's beyond cyberbullying and gang stalking. That's making a threat." And like you do know, maybe you don't know, because I swear to God, you fell off the short bus. Like you escaped. They left you. The short bus left your ass behind. Because only a person who got left behind on the short bus would get on the tube and say some shit like that. I know about 100 Club, the finest, but that didn't set right with me. Not to mention, February Party TV admitted that he was sent a cease and desist, not assist, paperwork. Matter of fact, what was your nickname? Arithmetic? I'm going to call you Reading, Writing, Arithmetic TV. I think it would be in your best interest to take that video down. I cannot understand why you would be asking, why are you asking your subscribers whether or not you should take the video down? I literally heard this man say, well, I think I'm going to listen to my people over his lawyer. I think that when you get sued and locked the fuck up, you're going to regret that. But you know what? You're going to be your own demise. So I'm going to deep dive into you tomorrow night, because now I'm doing a full-on investigation on you, sir. I don't think you are who you say you are. I think you and Jaguar have been planted on YouTube to create a lot of chaos, and there's a reason for that. And the fact that you are all up Clive's ass, constantly bragging, I just, sir, it's very telling. It's very telling. So, shout out to those who have signed and shared my Stop YouTube Global Cyberbullying Gang Stalking Take Action Now. Literally, sir, I want to point out to you, Reading, Writing, Arithmetic TV, that when you went public bragging about how you blew up Stone Paxton's phone and how you called all his numbers, you do realize that falls under the line of gang stalking and actual stalking and harassment in real life. It's just, it's the lack of intelligence to actually brag about criminal activity on a live stream on an international platform. So do what you want, but I think if you don't take down that video is going to be what's going to take down your channel. That's just my opinion. So shout out to everybody who has been signing the petition. Let me put the link up here one more time. So yes, please make sure to sign and share my petition to hold YouTube and Google accountable to stop global cyberbullying and gang stalking. It's a very important thing, and something that unfortunately still is going on YouTube. So thank you so much. Love you back, Andrew. Thank you, family. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in. Family, for those who can, my Cash App and Venmo is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Please send any donations that you can. I am still going through a lot with my health. Although I am speaking hood over my body, there is a lot that I am dealing with. So if anybody can spare a donation, please send it to my Cash App or Venmo. And if you can't, just prayers. Now, let's get into briefly the real rejects of YouTube. I'm going to need all of y'all to hit the like. Oh, little tink tank. Because there's so many of y'all on this internet, one is two. There's quite a few. I've had to, in real life, I'm dealing with a lot, but unfortunately, certain people I do have to address. For those who are wondering, I am no longer offering my psychic readings, my spiritual psychic readings, because Jaguar has went into overtime with her defamation, which is actually not a bad thing, because it does help my case. But I don't appreciate people using my real life spiritual gifts in an attempt to publicly try to do smear campaigns, which is by definition defamation and slander. And with what I have going on in real life, I am not wasting my time on people who are not being genuine about actually wanting spiritual psychic readings. People who are just doing it so like they can try to call me a scammer and all these, defamatory lies. I've had to block quite a few people because I'm just not going to deal with it. I don't have to prove shit to anybody. I don't have to explain shit to anybody. You guys are blessed that I even offered my spiritual services. I need to be very clear on this because it takes a lot out of me spiritually and physically to do readings. So the people who have paid and followed the actual instructions, you guys will get your readings. But anybody else wanting one going forward, I'm no longer offering them. I'm actually putting together a brand new channel that's dedicated solely to healing. It won't be about truth telling. It won't be about my shepherd's budget. It won't be about my music. It's solely committed to raising the vibration and healing. On that channel, I will offer one-on-one spiritual consultations. And they are going to start at $150 because I've already benchmarked, and all my competitors, including the You Are the Creators guy, they are all starting their spiritual consultations at $250 an hour. So I will still give you a discount. That way it eliminates trolls, because trolls aren't going to spend over $100 just to fuck around. I realized that also was a mistake that I made. My prices were way too low for the donations. So it's easy for someone to say, oh, I could donate, $20.20 or $33.33. And again, I picked angel numbers. At this point, to completely eliminate drama, I'm not offering them, period. And I honestly don't give no fucks what Jaguar is saying about me on her channel to other people. The more shit she makes up and lies, the better it is for my case. Because I am going to sue her and everybody else involved. And don't think for a second, because I'm going through this transition due to my health, that you can and will not be sued. You absolutely can and will. Because when I say things about you, Jaguar, right? I'm speaking to you directly because I know you're watching. You always do. I don't say things that are lies about you. I don't defame you. I don't lie on you. I don't lie about you. And I for damn sure ain't never lied for you. For all the Danny Robertson trolls that try to lie and say that bitch. So everyone who keeps lying and slandering and defaming, I have collected all of your YouTube channel handles. And contrary to what you guys think, lawyers can find out where you are located. It's as simple as that. I'm not going back and forth with a bunch of dumbasses on YouTube. I'm handling everything legally, and I am legally required to let you know, specifically Jaguar, right? Danny Robertson and all your guys' followers, that every time you get on your platform and you call me a liar or a scammer without any actual proof, because you don't have any, I am legally required to tell all of you that you're committing defamation and slander, and I do have every intention to sue you in a court of law. That way you can't say that I didn't notify you. I'm publicly notifying all of you. That includes Maggie, Merv, Nick, RC117, aka Rouse, and everybody else who's been calling me a liar and a scammer. All the former subscribers who have done it. I have all of your information. So if you want to keep lying and slandering and defaming, you're only helping the case against you. Simple as that. Y'all need to hit the link because every last one of y'all are crazy as shit. And that's not defamatory. Your behavior and your actions are showing that you guys are mentally unstable and you're liars. And it's amazing that people who are blatantly lying on me with no proof have the audacity to call me a liar. It's also kind of ironic. But when people are mentally ill or just sociopaths or just fucking liars themselves, that's what they do. Also, and that was something that Stone Paxton and I discussed, it's always when you start really getting to the truth and people start believing you, when you start really exposing shit, that they do the smear campaign, especially on YouTube, to try to discredit you. Since they know they can't take you down, because you guys know you have no power over me. You guys already know that. I pray all the time. Any energy rises up against me shall fall immediately and be destroyed. The chaos and confusion will come about your lives, and death and hell will follow your evil intentions back to you. So there's nothing you can do that's going to stop me from speaking my truth. It's just going to continue to add on to a case that's already being built. So yeah. The people, the psychopaths that have behaviors that are determined by their brain function and their disorder can be traced to genetics. And sociopaths have behavior that's influenced by their environment. So I just amazing. Like I said last night, the Danny Robertson Real Rejects of YouTube followers. To believe a person that's never got on camera, ever. For all you know, that's a man or a woman or whatever sitting on a computer. Or it could even be an AI. You know, they do a lot of AI nowadays. So to believe a person that you've never seen makes me look at you like you don't have all your marbles in your brain, because ain't no way. So yeah, I would highly recommend that all of you hit the link, whole little think tank. And I just want to point out to you the definition of psychosis, which a lot of you have been displaying on this app, including reading, writing, arithmetic. Psychosis is a mental state in which a person has lost touch with reality. And we have all seen Jaguar do that. You guys have witnessed it with Danny as well. No nuts, tickle bitties, like titties, all the real rejects. When in a psychotic state, an individual may be unsure of what is and isn't real. It is not considered a condition, but a collection of symptoms. When you experience psychosis, you may experience visual or auditory hallucinations. Reading, writing, arithmetic TV, aka paperwork party TV. Do you know what the word auditory hallucinations are? Do you know that definition? Do you know the definition of delusions, false beliefs, or paranoia? If not, I would, encourage you to Google that, because the way that you speak and all your grammatical errors and lack of intelligence shows that I don't think I don't know that you would even understand what this means, but hopefully you do, sir. Because the way that you are behaving on this app, you're acting just like Jaguar. And the fact that she said you guys were close friends, like family, and she was trying to do songs with you. Again, not a coincidence that you went on a smear campaign against Stone Paxton when you saw on your own channel that people were believing. When you saw that 56% of your subscribers during a live where you was calling him a liar, told you that they believed him. And then you went ahead and changed the title of the video and made it members only. But that cease and desist directly instructed you to remove the video, and you're sitting here on your channel asking your subscribers if you should remove it. Are your subscribers going to bail you out of jail when you get locked up? Are they going to come bail you out? Because I would think it'd be in your best interest to consult an attorney. Just make sure you don't hire no nuts, because he already got arrested for impersonating a lawyer, trying to represent 6 clients when he knew good and damn well he did not practice law and called himself a paralegal. I could see your left behind the short yellow bus ass hiring somebody like him, but I'm just going to fair warning, don't hire him. He's not an attorney. So yeah. Yes, hit the like button. Thank you. I'm always going to raise above it, my love. Purple Flower, good to see you. Thank you. So yeah, all of you psychosis folks on YouTube, go on and hit that link. Go little think tanks. All right, moving right along. We're going to get into the satanic ritual calendar of it all. In fact, I'm going to bring it up on my email so I can zoom in, because there are some new receipts that completely coincide with the dates on this calendar. And family, you guys notice that the smear campaign on me has kicked up all that much more the more I am connecting these real life events to this calendar. If you guys have noticed that, put a Y in the chat. Haven't y'all noticed that the more I'm exposing, just like the Grammys being during Candlemas, the Sabbatic Goat Festival, the Baphomet, have y'all noticed that the more I expose the Baphomet in the music industry, the more the smear campaign, the more the lies, the more they try to get people to discredit me? That's the same exact thing he's doing to Stone. Exactly. And you know what's really fucked up is he's in Dallas. And you know, Texas is an open carry state, but anytime you are blatantly threatening to kill people on YouTube, I think you should be locked up and sent to jail. You know, that's how Funky Dineva said jail. Shout out to Funky Dineva, the godfather of YouTube. Seriously, you shouldn't be allowed to carry a concealed weapon. The fact that you paid good money to travel to the televised homegoing events, because I really can't call them funerals, those were events. The fact that you paid money to go troll and they told you not to record any videos, but you allegedly, I say allegedly for the sake of YouTube, but this receipts I received, that you allegedly wore glasses that contained, y'all do know they make glasses where you can record people. They got cameras and glasses. They even got cameras and pens. Like, this is a stylist pen. You can purchase a pen that has a hidden camera. You know how Jaguar always be privately, secretly recording people without telling them and then, you know, publicizing it, which is also illegal. Yeah, he went all the way across the country to all these different states to attend the funerals, not to pay his respects to Angie Stone, to troll, to question the family, to interrogate them like a fucking news reporter, or much like a CIA agent or an FBI agent. See, FBI agents infiltrate. They do secretive things like wear glasses that contain hidden cameras. That way no one can say that you had your phone out recording. You a dumb motherfucker. I'm just gonna put it out there. When I tell you you are 5 crayons, no, you are 12 crayons short of the crayon box. You know, the original one that came with 24. Half your crayons is gone. Yeah, and see, here's the thing. I don't think they're doing psych screenings anymore. Now, I know Jaguar mentioned that her ability to carry an open weapon was revoked when she was arrested. And she said that when she was in the mental institute, that the reason they had her locked up was so that she could not carry a concealed weapon. Given the things that I've recently heard, receipts and tea I've been receiving about Jaguar, I think it's a good idea for you not to carry a weapon because you're not mentally stable enough to carry one. You've displayed that on YouTube a lot. In fact, I think you carrying a concealed weapon could definitely put yourself and others at risk, because whenever you're having a bipolar fit, you would just probably haul off and shoot some everybody. But I feel like every state needs to do a psychological evaluation, even an open carry state. Because, you know, crazy motherfuckers do be packing. For this motherfucker to say live on his own channel that he doesn't fight, he shoots. What planet did you think that was smart to do? And you're debating if you should take, because you said that alone, reading, writing, arithmetic, TV, that's a confession, sir. Intent, you know, conspiracy to commit murder, making intentions to physically harm someone with an assault with a deadly weapon. Do you not know the definition? Shall I show you? Let me educate you. I have a feeling you don't know what that means. Because something is really thrown the fuck off with you. Like, not even, no bullshit. Like, something's really wrong with you. For you to think that was normal and to brag about it. And then to debate if you should take the fucking live down. Yeah, Texas Penal Code, aggravated assault. The person commits an offense if the person commits assault as defined and the person causes serious bodily injury to another, including person's spouse, or uses or exhibits a deadly weapon during the commission of the assault. An offense under this section is a felony of the 2nd degree, except that the offense is a felony of the 1st degree. The actor uses a deadly weapon during the commission of an assault and causes a serious bodily injury to a person whose relation to and or association with The defendant is described by section 71.0021. A traumatic brain or spine injury to another that results in a persistent vegetative state or irreversible paralysis, regardless of whether the offense is committed under subsection A1 or A2. The offense is committed. So, sir, I have just educated you about the dumb shit you just publicly displayed. And making that video members only don't take away the receipts, okay? You're lucky I'm even showing you this shit. I really shouldn't. But just so that you can't say ain't nobody told you. Yeah. You live in Dallas, Texas, right? You know what else is ironic? Is that the Diddler and Jaguar were both stationed in Dallas as well. I don't think that's a coinkydink. And that's currently where she refuses to return to because she's afraid of getting arrested. So, who are you and why are you and her considered family? Why is it that after she did the interview with you and Clive Davis at the Beverly Hills Hotel where Whitney was killed and allegedly sacrificed, why did her and Odell get so emotional about me telling them that I didn't trust you? Why was I then labeled as a troll? Well, she was known Paperwork Party TV. You helped to bail her out of jail. You helped to bail Jaguar Wright out of jail. And she considers you like a brother and she trusts you. But yet you had her walk into a hotel where Clive Davis was downstairs. Clive Davis downstairs. He's her country motherfucking ass. I mean, it's given paid opposition. It's given paid to do smear campaigns. It's given paid to smear everybody on YouTube who's trying to expose the music industry and all the elite corruption going on. All of the accusations of sexual abuse, sex trafficking, inappropriate sexual relationships with minors, aka pedophilia, rapes, assault. So it's just weird that you didn't even realize that you were basically confessing to intent to aggravated assault. It's really funny. My very first choice of career straight out of high school, I was going to be a civil rights attorney. I was actually majoring in law before I switched over to web and interactive design, graphic design. Because I spoke to some civil rights attorneys back home, and they're like, "Yeah, you're not going to." But I do know a lot about the law, and what I know is that you cannot legally sit on YouTube and make threats of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and still be free. Indeed, YouTube. Why? Again, this is not only cyberbullying and gang stalking. This is a threat to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon from one man to another who don't even know each other. Why are you taking YouTube so serious that you're talking about you don't fight, you shoot? Specifically in terms of, you literally said that about Stone Paxton. You put up his photo. See, this is what makes it even more insane. It lets me know you definitely got left behind the short yellow butts, okay? You put the man's photo up. I should have screen recorded that fucking line. Because I'm for damn sure not paying for it. But I should have screen recorded. I was watching on TV. I should have goddamn screen recorded. You put his photo on your screen and say, "Yeah, I see he's a fighter." Well, I don't fight. And most bitch-ass niggas don't, because y'all don't know how to fight. That's why you go out and get a gun. Because if he was to approach you and knock you upside your motherfucking head, you wouldn't know how to defend yourself. So you would pull out a gun and you would shoot him. The whole Willie Lynch, black on black crime, crabs in a bucket, fuck it mentality. Instead of coming together, no, let me just, come for this man so aggressively who ain't never did shit to you, don't give no fucks about you, in all honesty, and who you know nothing about. What's even more interesting, reading, writing, TV, is that you just did that interview with Jaguar and Clive Davis. Because you said he was there. So as far as I'm concerned, he was there a part of it. You just did that interview barely 2 months ago. Now that Stone Paxton's on the scene and you see that people believe him, including your own subscribers, now you're going to sit there and say you don't fight, you shoot. And you're debating about taking that goddamn video down. You a stupid motherfucker. I just want you to know that. You stupid as hell. Straight up. Straight up. Boy, I'm telling you, when I tell you they come for every truth teller so hard, but yet your followers don't see nothing wrong with you threatening to kill a man on your channel. Not alleged. You said that shit. You had his picture on screen and you said, I don't fight, I shoot. I'll shoot that motherfucker. I heard you say. There's something wrong with your ass. You need a psych. You're beyond psychosis. You need to be off of YouTube and you need to be in somebody's mental institution, and your carry privileges need to be taken away. Yeah, because and that's the thing, that he swears up and down that he has all these receipts. How, Sway? How do you have receipts that nobody else has? Who's giving you the receipts? Because you be having receipts that have not been made public. That means somebody's giving you that information. I really believe you and Jaguar Wright have both been planted for the sole purpose of creating chaos and confusion, and God is not the author of confusion. To keep up drama as a major distraction, and to do smear campaigns on the real truth tellers. And only liars, again, the only people who are mad about you speaking the truth are those who are used to living a lie and profiting from it. It's my opinion that you and Jaguar Wright are being paid to do this shit. I'm trying to tell you, that boy is 5 cans short of a goddamn 6-pack. For real, for real. Neptune Pisces, Grand Rising, my love. Faye, Grand Rising, good to see you. Grand Rising, Yvonne, good to see you. Look, okay? Everybody wants to say, and y'all know I'm going to be investigating that this week as well, her role in the Diddy case. Everybody's like, nope, she already debunked that. How? Show the receipts. Because until I see receipts, I'm not believing shit. Especially after the way she fucking lied on me and still keeps lying on me. And keeps sending people to lie on me. To make false accusations. Ma'am, my name ain't in no fucking case with Diddy. You can't say that shit worth a damn. Because I've been exposing that motherfucker. Him and Jay Quisha, a.k.a. Jay-Z Carter. His homies over hoes good pussy down, puss down. But you were named in that case, you and Big Homie. So I don't believe anymore that people are after you. I fully believe you're a part of this shit. I hope not either, but I believe she is. I really do. Straight up. Thank you, Andrew. I know I'm smarter than them, especially that motherfucker. Like, how the hell you gonna sit on your platform and be like, I don't fight, I shoot motherfuckers, and then showing the person you're talking about shooting? You're just stupid, bro. Literally stupid as hell. Child, I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea how old he is, but he's too old to be doing that fuckery. Not jagging at all. This motherfucker, I watch it. Remember, y'all, I did the live last night. I was watching it. That's why I went live. And I was like, not this motherfucker just sat here and said he would shoot Stone Paxton. You got the man's photo on your screen, just like how I'm sharing screen, and the fighting photo, and then you say, I don't fight, I shoot. What the fuck? YouTube, we are calling it Jay-Z. Why do y'all allow that? But I can't, because I'm going to do it anyway. My channel is raw, and I work in the kitchen for years. You got to censor your words. You can't say rape, even though that's what the fuck these motherfuckers are doing. You can't say sex trafficking, even though that's what these motherfuckers are doing. But he can sit on his platform and say that he doesn't fight, he shoots motherfuckers, and that he would shoot Stone Paxton. Are you fucking kidding me, sir? If you want to say that you didn't say that, take that fucking video down, because I heard you say that shit. And going forward, any content that I see of yours, I'm screen recording, because I know your bitch ass will take that. You won't take it down, but you're making members only. I'm not paying for shit on your shit. And all this, you trying to get people to buy imported honey from Thailand. The fuck? And calling your subscribers my food stamp people. You know how low vibrational that shit is? You promoting poverty in bullshit international product. That's just like somebody buying honey from Alibaba or from Temu. The fuck? Why don't you? You know what I noticed? Another correlation between you and Jaguar? You guys never promote melanin excellence, ever. All you do is chaos and confusion, drama and distraction, defame and slander and dragging the fuck out of it. And y'all dumbass followers just soak it all up. When Jaguar kept going on and on and on about no nuts and tickle bitty activities and other content creators I've never heard of, a lot of times I was throwing her out because that shit was annoying, bro. And it just lets me know exactly. Informants. Your job is to create distractions and to try to basically not only defame, but discredit those who are presenting real receipts and real facts. Because if you were truly on the campaign, Paperwork Party TV, aka Read and Write and Arithmetic TV, if you were truly about exposing the truth, there's no part of your energy that would be aligning with the very people you claim to expose. That would be like me sitting up here trying to go to an event where Jay-Z, Diddy, Drake, DJ Academics, Kanye, and Clive are at, but yet say I'm exposing them. No. And you spent your money to travel, to troll at a fucking alleged funeral, which means you had no respect for Angie Stone. You definitely didn't have no respect for family members. Now, quiet as it's kept, it's said that a whole bunch of shit at these goddamn homegoing events was fake. And I ain't gonna hold y'all. I pointed that out when we were. A lot of activity looks very fake as fuck, very horrible, crisis actors and actresses. It's very obvious that a lot of shit is fake. But for you to spend your money to troll, for you to spend your money to go to California to be in the same exact building as Clive and all the celebrities, and how excited you were. Oh my God, you were so starstruck. Oh my God, you guys are so many celebrities downstairs. Who gives a fuck? Y'all really treat celebrities like they're God. Idolatry. They're just people. They're just people who are well known. And ain't no way, once my wealth comes in, that I'm going to spend my good money to go travel to be in an environment with a bunch of celebrities who have, a lot of them people at that party have been accused of the very same things as Jay-Z and Diddy. And a lot of those people have allegedly participated in satanic rituals. Why would you want to be in that environment unless you're a part of it, or you are being initiated first degree entered apprentice? Is that what I feel like? That's what's going on with you. I feel like you are being initiated into the Illuminati. Jaguar's already in it. She's already talked about her Baphomet tattoo and how she was trying to escape the Illuminati. But people who are trying to escape don't align with the people who are allegedly in it. They tend to stay away from those environments. Just food for thought. Thank you, Andrew. If you're not against child abuse and rape, then you must be down with it. That's what I've been saying. Even about her. All of a sudden, she don't expose these motherfuckers. All she does is sit on her ass and just bash content creators. Just creating chaos and drama and negativity. You do not expose anybody. There's a reason for that. And I believe that reason is you're getting paid to do that, allegedly. Thank you, Faye. Terrible actors. Terrible. I mean, several. See, that's what I'm saying. Why the fuck isn't he in jail? Why isn't he locked up? Leor Cohen and Jayquisha. Why are y'all letting this man commit acts that are against the Texas Penal Code of aggravated assault? Intent to do harm with a bodily weapon. Intent to do bodily harm with a deadly weapon. Why are y'all allowing that? It's real weird. No, it ain't even jealousy, bro. I don't even think it's jealousy. I don't. Yeah, no, Stone's Paxton, his style is dope. I don't think it's jealousy. I think he's a plant. I really believe him and Jaguar and possibly even Big Homie CC. Because again, where do all these people come from out the woodwork? Now, Jaguar, I was following her, like I told you, on Storm Monroe's channel. That was why I supported her, because I believed that Storm Misha Bussy Alize Jenkins' channel, because I believe she was a truth teller until February. Really, even before that, she was already acting funny. Big Homie CC, he just kind of popped up out of nowhere. Isn't it interesting that they're all named in this case? So until they're able to prove their innocence, it's open for debate. Until you can actually irrefutably prove your innocence, it's definitely open for debate. In Reading, Writing, Arithmetic TV, I want you to define the word irrefutably. If you can do that, then I might consider you halfway intelligent. Exactly, Andrew. Those of us who are survivors, we take this shit serious. And sexual assault happens to men and women, boys and girls. I was molested from 8 to 11 years old. Then I was raped by my ex-fiance, and a couple years later, I was date raped by a guy I was dating. It's not a joke. It's not a game. It's not something that you just expose for a little while and then join the people who are being accused. Real survivors are against this shit. Real survivors want it to stop. That's why we expose it. So it's just real weird that you and her aren't actually behaving like people that are truth tellers. You're both behaving like liars. See the difference there? I say you're behaving like liars, not calling you liars like you did to Stone Paxton. You called that man you called him so many liars. You called him a bitch ass nigga when I ain't gonna hold you. You act like a bitch ass nigga. I'm just gonna be honest. You act like you be grabbing them mangoes. You be grabbing them mangoes. Our bottom lord to Clive Davis. I feel like you done bent over and touched some toes quite a few times, because it's just giving paid. Giving paid to conform. Exactly. When we have been victims and we're now survivors, we want to align with those who are speaking out against this shit. Straight up. And you know I'm sending you healing, Andrew. That's what I'm saying. What the trolls gonna do when they both get locked up? What are the trolls gonna do when Jaguar goes to jail? What they gonna do when Paperwork Party TP goes to jail? Whose channel y'all gonna watch? Y'all gonna run to everybody else's channel for tea? It's gonna be real interesting to see. RG, good to see you. That's what I'm saying, Faye. It's definitely more like psychosis than jealousy, for sure. Like, that's psychotic. To put a person's picture up on your live and say, I don't fight, I shoot, I'll shoot this nigga. What the fuck? I'm leaving this law on the screen because I know your ass is watching. I know you got minions, your real rejects of YouTube watching. Just so you know that what you did is completely illegal. And you cannot say, Your Honor, I didn't know that me saying that was illegal. Now you know. And for sure, when his attorney sent you the cease and desist, that should have been enough for you to just take the goddamn video down. So you debating about it is only going to help the case against you. Straight up. Right. And that's what I'm saying, Andrew. A lot of the men that I know who have been sexually assaulted, the majority of them have been assaulted by women. Of course, they get assaulted by men too, but there are women out here that do sexually abuse. So that's why I can't really put it past Jaguar if she could have been the person to allegedly participate in that woman being raped. Because women do it too. And she did say that she was a dominatrix. And you know, dominatrixes, they go hard. And sometimes they go too hard. Sometimes they don't use safety words. So, I mean, I can't really put that past her. I would have never thought that until the betrayal. See, here's the thing about a Scorpio. Once you betray us, it changes our whole entire outlook. Once you betray a Scorpio, once you fuck us over, once you shit on us, it completely changes the entire way we look at you. Now, all the shit people said about you, I'm starting to believe. Just based on your own behavior. Love you back. Love you back. Look, I ain't gonna do nothing but be strong. These motherfuckers ain't ever about to get my power. Not ever. And I'm gonna keep speaking my truth. And I'm gonna keep exposing this shit because it needs to be. These events taking place, let me go to the scaled one. These events taking place according to this calendar is most definitely not a coincidence. Exactly. And Andrew, this is what I want every survivor to do. Do not give your power to the one that hurt you. Rise above that shit. Do not let them feel like they have power over you. Call them out on their shit, address them on their shit, and let them see that you are still strong, you are still powerful, and that they have no power over you. If I were to ever see my ex-fiance again, it would just be like it was nothing. And when I say it was nothing, I don't mean the rape. I mean the power that he used to have over me. You don't have it anymore. So I can look you in the face and not feel fear. I can look you in the face and not feel shit. And look at you and let you see the powerful woman that I've become. Will never, ever, ever overpower me, ever again. That's true healing when you take your power back. And the way I'm taking my power back is exposing this goddamn industry. Straight up. You're welcome. And you know what, Andrew? I want to thank you for choosing to heal, because a lot of people don't, especially Jacqueline. People like her that choose not to heal, you remain in a constant state of low vibrational, unhealed energy. And that's the reason that's all you spew out on this internet, on this app, just like Paperwork Party TV. People who are like no nuts, like Tiggle Bitty H Titties, people who are not healed sit on this app and spew their unhealed energy all the time. And unfortunately, they have followers who are also not healed, and they resonate with their low frequency. Think about this. Lucifer was hurled out of heaven, and a third of the angels went with his bitch ass. I just want y'all to think about that when you wonder why people follow dumbasses and low vibrational people, because this is Lucifer's planet. This planet belongs to the Father. So if the angels, angelic beings cast to the earth, if they follow a liar and a deceiver, oh, Lucifer, son of the morning, the light bearer, don't be surprised when you see people on this app following people who follow in that same frequency. Now, again, satanic rituals, Candlemas Sabbatic Festival, Sabbatic Goat, aka Baphomet, which again, it says this illustration composed of binary elements representing the symbolization of the equilibrium of opposites, both human and animal, both masculine and feminine, combined in metaphysical unity. It says Levi's intention was to symbolize his concept of balance, with Baphomet representing the goal of perfect social order, perfect social satanic order. Baphomet was not allegedly, was worshipped as a deity by the medieval order of the Knights Templar. And I told you guys that the Knights Templar were the protectors of the bloodline of Yeshua, the true Christ. They were infiltrated by the Illuminati. So that's the reason. Let me pull up the pyramid real quick. That is the reason that they're on this pyramid. Once the Knights Templar was infiltrated by the Illuminati, they joined the anarchy coven level. Notice that the Knights Templar are right next to the Black Brotherhood, organized Satanism and hubs in the Brotherhood. And again, also on the same level as the Skull and Bones leadership, also on the same level as Master Witches, 3 degree summons demons as coven leadership, also on the same level as Master Illuminatus, minor, 3 degree. So, if the original protectors of the bloodline of Christ, the true Christ, were infiltrated by the Illuminati, then it makes sense now why the Illuminati is so against the exposure of who Baphomet really is. Also makes us understand why they come against people like me and Stone who expose the shit. Straight up. Now, let me get into these videos. Shout out to Stone Paxton. We're going to revisit part 7, but I got some new tea when I was watching Tough News TV. Shout out to Tough News TV. He has some new receipts, so we are going to review a couple of his videos. And why when I push pause, I'll never pause the fucking video streamer. Get it together. So let me switch my banner to the copyright disclaimer. Oh, look at here. Oh, can we do the screenshot or is it going to fuck up again today? StreamYard has already, they stopped the audio. Once I pulled Baphomet up on the screen, they stopped the audio, family. Again, they starting early. Let me see if the app's going to work or if it's going to be some bullshit. Hold on. Every time these motherfuckers do this shit, I'm exposing it. Every time. This is, family, you know this is also receipts. What I'm saying is hitting the nail on the head. Like, I'll be watching Funky Dineva again. Shout out to Funky Dineva, the godfather of YouTube. I'll be watching Funky Dineva. Now, you know what I noticed about his videos too? They stop the audio every time he talks about Tyler Perry or Oprah. I noticed that on like the last 3 lives of his that I watched. So yeah, this is not no coincidence. It just keeps randomly happening every time people bring up these quote unquote elite from the industry. Every time y'all do this whole ass shit, I'm putting y'all on blast. Every time. It don't make no goddamn sense. So I'll have to stop sharing and reshare the audio. Yeah, let's take a look. See? Right when I was bringing up Baphomet, look at that. Your browser, and I wasn't even playing a video. That's how you know it's some bullshit. I wasn't even playing a fucking video yet. Miss Williams, good to see you, my love. Yes, Lisa, thank you. Prayers up for all victims. Yes, justice for Angie and for every victim who is now a survivor. Let's send prayers up to all victims because there are people who are still being victimized. There are people who are still being trafficked and raped and sodomized and used in satanic rituals. Right, RG? I mean, working hell overtime. And right, Andrew, they're always trying to stop the truth telling. This is the whole point. This is the whole point. This is proof right here. They do the fucking most. The minute I bring up Jay-Z, not so much Diddy, but Jay-Z, Clive, or Baphomet especially, Oh no, we gonna stop the audio. And then when I do get the chance to go back and watch the replay, I hear it. I hear where they mute it. How are you gonna stop the audio when I haven't even played a fucking video yet? Right? Can't say Jay-Z, can't say Baphomet, can't talk about Trump, can't talk about shit. I thought this was a free platform. That's why I'm transitioning to Rumble. Once I get 100 followers, I'm going to start going live from Rumble. It's not that I can't right now. It's that that's the goal for me. So by the way, family, let me pull my Rumble up so y'all can follow. And shout out to the ones who have been following. I've been noticing that my following numbers are going up. Give me 1 second to pull up my Rumble channel. Okay. So yeah, let's share screen. So yeah, rumble.com/JustDShow. Make sure you guys follow me on Rumble, okay? Okay, see, because see, on my end, I don't hear it until I go back and watch the replay. On my end, I can still hear everything. But when I go back and watch the replay, they cut the audio off. Like with fucking Aneva, they not only cut his audio, they cut his video. Like when you, like how you leave the stage and all of a sudden, like right here, if I turn off my camera, it puts up my avatar. When you no longer see this avatar or my photo, that means they've kicked you out of the studio. Because when he started talking about Tyler Perry and Oprah, they kicked him out of his studio. Like he was out for several seconds and he came back. He's like, I don't know what's wrong with my computer. It ain't your computer, Funky. It's them. Yeah. And see, what's also ironic is that Jaguar told me that when she would be on panel with me. Do y'all remember that day we were on panel together and she was talking directly about, like, she was talking directly to Jay-Z and I was exposing him. And all of a sudden we all started hearing that clicking. Now I've worked in call centers for years. I've always had multiple jobs. Whenever the quality department is monitoring a phone call for quality control, you would hear the clicking. It was just really weird. So Cece, you remember that? When she was on panel with me and she brought up, I was talking about Jay-Z. She didn't bring it up. I brought him up, but she started going into detail about their past. And she said, Jay-Z, I know you're watching. I know you're listening. And she directly addressed him. Remember when they cut off both of our audio? Yep. Anytime you hear clicking, they're monitoring. So I don't give no fucks. Y'all can monitor all y'all want. Y'all can stop the audio. You can fuck with my StreamYard. Y'all have not stopped any truth telling from my channel. I'm still going to tell my truth. So yeah, everybody remembers that. Yep. And what was even more telling about that, family, was the fact that she knew he was watching us. She's like, he watches us on my channel and on yours. Why would Jay-Z be watching my channel? I don't even have 10,000 subscribers yet, but I'm speaking it into existence. Why would you be watching my channel? You know why the fuck you watching my channel? Because of this shit here. Because you know that I know the truth. You know that I'm exposing this shit and you don't want it to be exposed. But again, I told you, Beyonce, Drake, Will and Jada, Oprah, Ellen, I told all of y'all that God was going to expose you in 2025. And it's starting off just that. You're all getting exposed. I'm just, people like me and Stone, we're just messengers, bro. It's God doing it. So the more they come against Stone and lie and say he and they discredit him, like I told him, I said, bro, they've been doing that shit to me. That's what they do. They don't want this truth getting out. They don't want people to finally wake up and see what the fuck they're doing. They don't want people to believe shit. But guess what? People are believing the shit. That's why they mad. Ain't no fucking way you're gonna tell me that the mainstream media chose this date to be the date that Angie Stone allegedly died. And I don't believe for a second that she died in that van accident. I feel like that entire van shit was completely fabricated. The fact that people, the only person coming forward is Stone, Paxton. a whole lot of shit. I genuinely in my soul believe Angie was abducted and that was all fabricated for another media distraction. Because again, March 1st, Satanic holiday, the Saint Icodot, blood ritual, drinking of human blood for strength and homage to the demons, any age, male or female. And then the date chosen for her final funeral on another Satanic holiday, another blood ritual, assassination, any age, male or female. There ain't no coincidence that this shit is right back to back. That is not no damn coincidence. Scheduled attacks, just like all the abductions. Every time, for people who live in Texas, every time you hear an Amber Alert, that is a child being abducted. How come that keeps happening? Has anybody ever thought about that lives in any part of Texas? Why is it that the state of Texas has such a higher rate of Amber Alerts and abductions? Has anybody ever thought about that? When I first moved here, I had to disable Amber Alerts on my cell phone because it was like constantly going off. And I'm like, God damn, why is this allowed to happen? Why isn't law enforcement working to end child sex trafficking? Why are children constantly being abducted and no one's doing anything to stop it? Again, Forever Freedom, my nonprofit organization that I am starting, we are going to find a way to rescue these kids and help them to rehabilitate their lives, help them heal. When I had that vision of over 400,000 children being pulled up out the earth, like from below these fucking tunnels, and not to mention North, Kanye's daughter. I was told that she's been doing videos talking about all these underground parties. She's not, what is she, 10 years old? Do you know how dangerous that is, that a 10-year-old knows about underground parties? And why the fuck is anybody having parties underground? Now, I'm an 80s baby. That didn't go, well, it probably did go on. I just didn't know about it because I was raised in church. That was not a popular thing that I knew about as a child, underground parties. Because growing up hearing about anything underground was always dangerous because it always coincided with abduction. So if it's true that these underground tunnels and labyrinths are holding these children, only the children of the elite, like Northwest, like Blue Ivy, like Will and Jada's kids, only those who are a part of the industry can truly, truly expose it. And I'm praying for all the next generation that they do. Do you guys know that's also why I'm doing these lives? Since certain celebrities are watching, I want their kids to see my videos, and I want their kids to research the Satanic Ritual Calendar. I want their kids to wake the fuck up, for their third eyes to unlock like mine did when I was 11. And the ones who have the knowledge, use your interconnections to actually rescue them. Because we've heard Jaguar claim that she went to Epstein Island to rescue victims. I remember I used to defend her when people would say negative things. I was like, well, she said she went to Epstein Island and helped to rescue women off the island because she had a lot of details about the island. But we still haven't heard from the said victim. And she did say last year that they were going to come forward this year and that she had people that were ready to testify against Jay-Z and Beyonce. We haven't heard her mention that at all. Even before February 9th, I didn't hear her ever talk about that. So when a person has been on a crusade to allegedly expose elite predators and all of a sudden they shut down and you don't hear them talking about that shit no more, that's real suspect, bro. I'm trying to tell you, Lisa. Andrew, I told Jag cut you off because she knew you might find the truth even about her involved. Exactly. The quickest way to try to absolve yourself from accountability is to just, shit on the people that are connected to you that you see exposing this shit. Because again, you guys were the ones that told me, D, and I started paying attention. You're like, you guys are right. Every time I brought this calendar, she jumped off piano with me. Like if she had been on piano right now, she would have had to shoot. Oh, I gotta go. If you're not exposing it, it's my opinion, you must be a part of it. Exactly. Thank you, a praying cowboy. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time and you just subscribed, thank you. Welcome to D's World. Texas is a very high ritual state. When she called herself warning me, which honestly it sounded more like a threat, when she was like, well, they are hunting real truth tellers. They're hunting people like you. Okay. So that was supposed to scare me into not exposing the truth. Jay-Z and all of you Master Masons, you guys really think that your demonic protection is bigger than the Most High God and the angelic order and my ancestors that protect me? You really think I'm going to be afraid of you and you're in a lower realm where I have dominion over the very demons that you conjure up and worship and pledge your soul to? Those demons have to bow down to the Most High God's frequency that I carry. How do you think I successfully performed exorcisms and cast demons out of people when I was in my 20s? I'm so much more powerful now. That's why y'all keep trying to come for me. And it never works. Ever. It just makes me stronger. Neptune Pisces, thank you. Chad, I don't care. Put your suggestions up. We don't look. Here's the thing, family. We do not operate from a frequency of fear on my channel. We don't. Fear does not exist. It's an illusion created to keep us subjugated so that we will not step into our power. So, if you have a suggestion, drop it in the chat. That too, Lisa, because y'all do know that Houston specifically is where a lot of the illegal immigrants from Mexico cross over. I know that for a fact because I've got friends from high school that told me about it. Matter of fact, my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, he's Mexican. He told us the details about how him and his family, when he was a kid, had to cross over through the river from Mexico through Houston into the United States. And hold up, let me bring this up. I completely forgot. They are doing so many satanic rituals, it's insane. And people are just acting like it's no big deal when it absolutely is, should not be happening. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Catamaso, land of sorcerers and black magic. This is in Mexico. Mexico, a rich tapestry of history and culture. Catamaso, land of sorcerers and black magic. Surrounded by lush jungle. That's also interesting. There's always a specific outdoor environment, just like the Bohemian Grove. They always have to be surrounded by like trees or a jungle to conjure up those different gods. Surrounded by lush jungle on the shores of Lake Catamaso in Veracruz lies the Pueblo Mágico. Pueblo Mágico. That's magic in Spanish, of Catamaso. Designated by the Mexican government as a Pueblo Mágico for its beauty, colonial architecture, and culture. They don't mention the sorcery until now. Sorcery is the main attraction. Did y'all see that? Sorcery is the main attraction of Catamaso, which is known in Mexico as the land of sorcerers, brujos. Brujas are witches. So like people who don't understand my spiritual gifts, when I say I am a high vibrational high priestess, that means I was sent back here from heaven to help bring healing to this world and to expose evil. It does not mean that I participate in this shit. I don't. There are Santerias of divine light of the Most High God, and there are Santerias that are of the dark. Literally. So, just like Orishas, which I do believe I have some sort of foundation in that. An Orisha can bring healing or it can conjure up demons. Same with light and dark witches. That's why some people call themselves light workers. A light worker is a witch who practices high vibrational, because see, magic is a different definition. High vibrational healing and spirituality. Magic is used to typically conjure up darker energies, but all spiritual knowledge is simply that. It's knowledge. Your intention behind the knowledge and how you use that knowledge is what determines if you are considered like a dark sorcerer, a dark witch, or a light worker, or a spiritualist. That's why I call myself a high vibrational high priestess, because that's really who I am. I've died, I've gone to heaven, I've come back. And I have a soul contract. But yeah, Catamaso is known in Mexico as the land of the sorcerers, brujos. That's in Spanish, O represents masculine, A represents feminine. And internationally as the world capital of witchcraft. Do y'all see that? Again, sorcery is the main attraction of Catamaso, which is known in Mexico as the land of sorcerers, and internationally as the world capital of witchcraft. So it makes sense now why so much of this dark energy is tied to Texas, specifically Dallas, where Jaguar Wright was at, where Jay-Z and Diddy were at, where Mo3 was killed, and where Paperwork Party TV is currently located at. Not a coincidence. Mexican states of Veracruz and Tabasco were home to the Olmecs from 1200 BC to 400 BCE. 1200 BCE to 400 BCE. The first major civilization in Mesoamerican Mexico, known for their colossal head sculptures. Although the Olmecs left no written records, we know from archaeological remains that shamans held a very high social and cultural position in their civilizations. Their beliefs, passed down from thousands of years, from generation to generation, have been incorporated in the present-day belief system. When the Spanish arrived in Veracruz and began their march to Tenochtitlan, present-day Mexico City, they left behind Catholicism. And Catholicism is a religion based on pagan worship and a pagan Roman Emperor Constantine. So that's not of God anyway. And I mean, sorry to those who are, matter of fact, fuck it, I'm not sorry. Even the people who are Catholic, I need you to study the foundation of your religion. I have for years. Catholicism has 1000% root in Freemasonry and pagan worship in Rome. Indeed, Constantine the Great was the pagan emperor that founded Catholicism, the Catholic Church, and the false European Jesus. They also brought Africans from Cuba and Haiti to be traded as slaves, and they in turn brought Cuban Santeria and Haitian voodoo to Catamaso. The mix of different beliefs, the rituals, the mix of different beliefs, the rituals of Catholicism. I want y'all to see that, the rituals of Catholicism. The practice of Mexica healing, curanderismo, and shamanism, Santeria, voodoo, and ancient Olmec traditions evolved into the spiritual beliefs of today, consisting of ritual and black magic practiced by the sorcerers, aka brujos, of Catamaso. So yeah, this black mass shit has a lot to do with the child abductions. A whole lot to do with the child abductions. So all of this tied how Mexico is so close to Texas, literally it's on the other side of the border, like the border, Texas border, Mexico, all types of abductions, all types of Amber Alerts, all types of rituals for this very purpose. And again, not coincidences that certain events take place. One more again, according to the Exposing Satanism and Witchcraft Satanic Ritual Calendar. Satanic holy days are usually when satanic ritual abuse, SRA, takes place. If you ever hear me refer to the term SRA, I'm talking about that. Right, I do too, Andrew. We all saw the part of her that did change, especially as it pertained to me. When she would join in the prayers, when she would come to my platform to get prayed for when demons were fighting her in the middle of the night, which they still do. When you guys saw her encourage me when I had that breakdown about me breaking the MK Ultra of the cult I came from and my mom and the family and all that shit. If I didn't believe that that woman was trying to change, I would have never aligned with her, ever. But like you said, the demons, they have a hold on her. And it's because she's coming in agreement with that low frequency. And I'm still praying for her healing, but I just can't fuck with you at all. I don't fear for North. You know why, Lisa? North and Blue are actually in the perfect position as children. Because as we all know, when we were kids see everything. Why do you think my relatives hate what the fuck I'm talking about? Because they didn't know I knew and saw all this shit growing up. So the children of those who cover up this type of activity, we are selected as the black sheep. The black sheep becomes the shepherd. I 1000% believe that North and Blue are the next generation whistleblowers. I've seen it with Blue. Like, I've literally seen it in the 5D. Her exposing Jay-Z and Beyonce. In fact, quiet as it's kept, she'd been low-key doing that shit on underground interviews already. So I say, let's continue to pray for them. Let's continue to pray for Blue and her siblings. Let's continue to pray for North and their siblings. These two young ladies are the oldest. Think about that too. They're the firstborn to these elite families of these men who have been accused of being predators. And Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner have also been accused of performing satanic sexual rituals. So again, it's not just men. They're all in this shit together. God is pulling the cover off. They're not going to get away with it. They are going to get exposed, and they will be held accountable not only in the court of law and go to jail. They're going to have to stand before the Most High God and take accountability for their involvement, allegedly in these fucking rituals. Straight up. And you know what, CC? That's how I know what my ancestors showed me was so real. Because what I saw were a whole bunch of adult hands literally pulling children up from underground. And I saw in the 5D 400,000 plus. Do you guys remember that? If y'all remember that, put the number 400 in the chat. Do y'all remember that a few months back when I told y'all I had that premonition vision of that? And that's when I started Forever Freedom, the idea of Forever Freedom, to get a nonprofit organization built to help rescue the kids, to create a new underground railroad to really go underground and rescue the children and help them heal. Yeah, exactly, Neptune. Matter of fact, let me do this. I'm going to stop sharing and reshare. Because that's what they do. Well, you know what? I'm tired of the green screen cutting off my afro now. I picked this thing out. Let my soul glow. Shit, cut my afro off. In all my natural hair glory. Hold on, y'all. Let me go back. Because y'all forgot they did stop the audio. So stop sharing, reshare. I feel like those children are going to be the whistleblowers. Exactly. I was just saying that. State of Texas gets the most Amber Alerts nationwide. Yep. Did you guys ever think about that? You know, it's crazy. Stephen King is one of my favorite authors since I was a child. I've seen all of his movies, had all of his books. I always wondered why Pennywise lived underground and wore a clown suit. Why did Pennywise wear a disguise to lure children underground and kill them and eat them? How did Stephen King come up with that concept? A clown, think about it, the deception. What's the easiest way to get a child's attention? A clown and some candy. Candyman. Remember that movie? Candyman, the old school one? Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers. All assassination. Again, blood ritual, assassination. Why were these things put in movies that we watched as children? Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Scary movies don't scare me at all because I have actually faced evil face to face in real life. And growing up, me and my siblings would watch scary movies all the time. It's not a big deal. But I want you guys to look at this concept. Why were blood rituals assassination being celebrated in Hollywood, in the cinema industry? Again, it's not just the music industry. It's most definitely Hollywood too. It's most definitely military. It's most definitely politics. It's even religion. It's all connected. So on my live, probably the one I'll do later tonight, like I said, depends on how long the live with Cody goes, which I don't think will be like super long on his live. We're going to do a panel discussion about him transitioning. But when I really think about this, we've been conditioned to accept satanic rituals and sacrifices pretty much our whole life. But Pennywise collecting souls, like you said, in London and Paris, the parties, they only take the rich children because their parents have something to lose. Again, like Kanye. And here we got Kanye saying free Diddy. I'm going to show y'all this video clip too. Matter of fact, you know what? No, I'm going to save that one for later this week. I'm going to go in on DJ Academics. There, you know what? Nah, fuck. Let me show you the quick clip. Kanye is wearing a full-on Masonic wizard suit. He literally goes and puts it on when DJ Academics shows up. Let me pull that one up right quick. Yeah. Did I switch my banner to the copyright? Hold on, let me switch my banner. So again, all videos that I'm going to be reviewing under the copyright section. Let me go back. Copyright section, or Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use of reviewing videos for the purposes such as criticism, commentary, entertainment news reporting, scholarship, investigative research, and educating people. Let me look at y'all's comments before I share the video. No, not that one. That's Tough TV. Oh, pause, motherfucking damn. I hate when StreamYard does that. Hold on. Oh, I think I went up too far. Definitely too smart for her, was and still am. Oh, I know. I would never let y'all know. See, one thing about me, I'm not her. I never announce what I'm doing before I do it. I hardly ever even go live when I'm at events because, I already know what they're doing. But here's the thing, Neptune, also what I want the whole family to remember is that I am divinely protected, which is why I don't live in fear. I have full overstanding. Like I said, I've had premonitions of these people trying to come through. And I specifically saw 3 different vehicles explode on their way. My ancestors got me. Thank you, my love. Appreciate it. Exactly. We all do. And this is why I support Stone Paxton. The fact that people have been sending him random messages that are really, like I said, I can't reveal the details yet, but y'all, if he decides to expose this shit, you're gonna be shocked. The types of things that people have emailed him. And I promised him I wouldn't, go public with it. Again, shout out to Stone. The way that people are threatening truth tellers and trying so hard to get us to lower our frequency to fear so that we don't expose it is real fucking nuts, bro. Right. No, I know what you're saying, Neptune. And you know what? I appreciate that intention. I really do. Wow, Lisa. Imagine if you would have. That would have been crazy. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, no, definitely don't move to Dallas. You know what else? I just realized God's protection. So you guys, I told you guys that previously I was very active in the swinging lifestyle, and I would go to the mansion parties with all the freaky shit and got into BDSM. So the guy that was my play partner who wanted us to do a dominatrix. Like he wanted to be a male dom, I'm a female dom, and we'd have our group of thugs, start having our own parties and stuff like that. So he knows I'm back here in Texas, but I've been celibate. And he tried to get me to move to Dallas. when I was still like at my apartment and working full time. Like he was so, and he's a Mason. He was so adamant about me moving there. But I was like, okay, so are you even going to like help me find a place there? Well, no, you can find it, but you know, we need you. I said, look, we had so much fun back in the day, but I'm not into that lifestyle no more. When I tell you that nigga kept calling me, he kept texting me. He doesn't have my number now. I'm not even any longer associated with him. But the way he was trying to get me, I mean, so many people was trying to get me to move to Dallas. Fuck no. I've been to Dallas before. I already know that ain't the place I want to be. Now, if I was still swinging and still in the BDSM lifestyle, hell yeah, because it goes down. But that's also what's telling is how much of this sexual shit goes down in Dallas. Hell, for all I know, Pittsburgh Party could be a part of that lifestyle. Jaguar, she was a dominatrix. She could still be a part of that lifestyle. Because Diddy had a hub in Dallas. It's not a coincidence that him and Jaguar were both there. It's not a coincidence that my former play partner, who was a Mason, was working overtime. Even when I was with my ex in Florida, when he knew we were together, he was trying to get me to move back there. And I kept wondering why? Because of the spiritual gifts that I have. They wanted to. One thing I will say for Jaguar, that is true. When she first came in my chat in October, she said they wanted to offer you up as a sacrifice. Do y'all remember that? If y'all remember that, put OCT for October in the chat. When she came in my chat and was like, they wanted to offer you up for a sacrifice because what they saw you do at the party. And she mentioned how squirting had a spiritual connection, like to the subspace. How does she know all that? Because she participated in that lifestyle as a dominatrix. Remember when I pulled out my little fun, kinky bag of tricks just to be fun? And she said she had a whole truck of that shit, and how men would pay her $50K for just to spend a weekend with her? There's a reason people have been placed in my life. She came in with all the love and made me feel like she really cared and supported me. And then when I started revealing this shit on a regular basis, the whole energy switched up. So I'm going to play this quick clip. Let me see who this content creator is. What's his name? Chris Venegas. Kanye West and DJ Academic's interview. Full video. And I do plan to screen record this in case they take it down. DJ Academics has been accused of rape, sexual assault, grooming, and molestation. And he is sitting here kicking it with Kanye. The same motherfucker that keeps saying free Diddy. I want y'all to just think about that for a second. Exactly, a praying cowboy, especially the firstborn son. Exactly. Yeah, like the video coming in. Exactly. Yep. Texas has a lot of good things, a lot of good food, a lot of good, music. But I ain't gonna hold y'all. I don't plan to stay here much longer. I don't. Because I already know what's coming for the state of Texas, and I don't want to be here when it does. Exactly, Faye. That's what I keep saying. The children of these elite, they're the ones that are going to expose the parents. I saw clear as day Blue exposing Jay-Z and Beyonce once she was grown enough to leave their house. She did it immediately. And what she brought out were all these children who she found herself. And she brought them as proof to prove the accusations that are being said right now against Jay-Z and Beyonce and Diddy and Kris Jenner too. North is going to expose Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. Mark my words, she's going to expose them when she gets to be, start when she's 13. She's going to follow suit with Blue and go full on whistleblower at 18. Both of them are. Her eyes always speak, Lisa. She does not want to be there. But again, she knows how to play her role. She plays her role to get the information. And then when she gets enough, she has enough receipts, she's going to fucking expose all of it. Yes, keep praying for all them children. Keep praying for all those children. And especially the ones who are still being trafficked, that they will be found. Not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. Yeah. Yep. And it's funny that they named him Mason. Yeah. Okay, so y'all do remember that. Okay. Yep. Yep. It's insane. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you, Faye. And I'm tired as hell, so I really appreciate that. Yep. Yeah, me too. I did watch all of Stephen King's movies, but I read all of the Stephen King and Daniel Kuntz books as growing up, and Edgar Allan Poe. Right, a clown. Yep. That's okay. Look, they can bleep shit all they want. I'm gonna repeat it. Blue, Ivy, and Northwest are going to expose the elite. StreamYard's stupid as hell. Yep, the shit in the movie is real. Penny, I wouldn't be surprised if when these children come out of these tunnels, if they don't tell us that they saw a real life Pennywise down there. I would not be surprised. Yep. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play a quick couple of minutes of this, and you guys tell me if you can hear it. Yes, definitely continue, y'all, to send prayers to Stone, because I want y'all to think about this for a second. He's exposing this while still grieving. I think a lot of people don't take that into consideration. Most definitely not reading, writing, arithmetic. He just lost someone very close to him. And like I told him, I know what that feels like. When I lost Elissa, my whole world came to an end. I felt like somebody just gut punched me and knocked my soul out my body. So he still needs prayers, and so does our good brother Cody. Make sure y'all keep Cody uplifted in prayer as well. He's still grieving the recent loss of his father. Both of these men are grieving, so let's keep them in prayer, their family. Me too, Lisa, because you know what? If you would have went there, child, ain't no telling if you would have been here today, for real, for real. Thank you, prayers for Stone, yes. And yes, I mean, remember to type hashtag justice for Angie Stone, and as many comments as you can. And that's after the live ends too, not just in the chat. Jacqueline Brown, good to see you. Yep. So y'all remember in October, y'all remember that when she was going deep in the chat about, you know, and she said, you have a very interesting story, madam. And she's like, I really want to talk to you to find out. I think I know who you're talking about when I referred to the Freemason that's based in Houston, but he runs the lifestyle in all of Texas, like every place in Texas. Everyone goes to Mr. P. Like you can't even go to a BDSM, what they call a training session, without getting this clearance. So I'm pretty sure she knows what it is. I'm not gonna play the whole video, just a few minutes. You're welcome. Love you, family. Okay, so everybody else, are you guys hearing it go in and out? If you guys are hearing the audio go in and out, put a Y in the chat. I'll stop sharing and reshare if so, because I want you guys to just see just a couple minutes of this, and then we're going to go into Tough TVs and revisit Stone Paxton's part 7. Because I don't know, CC, I don't know if it's just your device. Family, are you guys hearing the audio go in and out? Patty says yes. Are any of the rest of you hearing the audio going in and out? Can you guys hear the high vibrational music? Can you guys still hear the high vibrational music? Okay, Faith says it's not going in and out for her. Lisa says she hears it fine. Okay, so CC, that might be your device, love. You might need to update and or go in and out. Now, Miss Williams says yes. Yvonne says yes. Oh, you guys can hear the music. Why do the music? Okay. It might be yours. Yeah, you might need to refresh your device, because I was going to stop sharing and reshare. So let's get into I just want y'all to see this just for a couple minutes. And again, I'm reviewing this for the purposes of fair use. Now, I noticed how quickly the cameraman took the camera fast when Kanye picked up his costume that he's about to put on. I want you to ask yourself, why would Kanye put on a dark wizard outfit?
Good morning.
Sir.
How you doing, brother?
Good, chill.
My security camera kept it light. Kept it light, man. How's everything with you, brother?
Good. To a place of refuge right quick.
The legend, man.
Now he said place for refuge. That door looks like a hotel door. I hate that I can't zoom in. Let me look on my phone and see if I can zoom in. Is that a fucking hotel? That looks like a hotel door. That does not look like a door to a house at all. That looks like they're at a fucking hotel. And I ain't gonna hold y'all. A lot of the BDSM training sessions, they do go on at hotels because people want ambiguity. They don't want people knowing where they live, or, you know, especially those that are married that were participating. So they typically do BDSM training sessions at either a mansion party, and that mansion is usually owned by a Freemason, or at a hotel. And that's from my real life experience, not alleged. My real life experience.
How do you stay out here, though?
I just be in my office.
Okay, maybe it is like a condo or something, because he said, how do you stay out here? He said, I just be in my office. Did y'all notice that he has on a Sean John t-shirt? Let me run it back. Because again, I'm an editor, so I pick up on everything. That was the first thing I noticed. And you know, academics, you wearing them corny ass, the Academy shirts with the fake ass crown. You look pathetic. I just want to say that.
Good morning.
Sir.
How you doing?
Pause. Do y'all see that this motherfucker has on a Sean John shirt? When is the last time we've seen anybody wear Sean John? I'll wait. Definitely a ritual's about to happen, Lisa, for sure. It definitely looks like a hotel. Now, you can also have an office at a hotel. Thank you. Isn't it interesting? The black version of a KKK uniform this man's putting on while he's wearing Sean John. This is a tribute, in my opinion, to Diddy. Yeah. Yep. Interesting. Now, the swastika does have different definitions, but it's interesting that he's wearing that. I definitely believe that Kanye is a warlock. I've always believed that. When he went from Jesus walks to I am my own God, that's what Satanists believe in, that they are their own God. Do as thou wilt, Aleister Crowley, Jay-Z. Right. Not a coincidence. And it's ironic that it's academics, and academics was just accused, that blood-curdling, screaming woman in that video, it sounded like she was being gang raped. As someone who's been raped, I know what that feels and sounds like. And this motherfucker is also still allowed to walk around free. He was accused by her. He was accused by others of grooming, of allegedly grooming teenage girls, and of allegedly molesting young boys and girls, but yet he's walking around free. His fat ass, chickmunk cheat looking ass is going to get locked up too. And it will happen between 2025 and 2026. Right now, they're building the case against academics.
Oh, brother.
Good, chill.
My security camera kept it light. Kept it light, man. How's everything with you, brother?
And notice how he told the cameraman to kill the light. Why? Why are you even allowing a motherfucker with a camera to come inside to record this? Again, this is very telling, and it's very parallel to Diddy recording all of his satanic rituals and all of his alleged satanic sexual abuse rituals.
To a place of refuge right quick.
The legend, man.
How is this a place of refuge when it looks like a fucking hotel? Why are you, Kanye, why the fuck, as wealthy as you're supposed to be, why aren't you inside of a house? This looks like a hideout. Let me get my funky Dineva voice. Is it me, or is he at a fucking hideout? Like, straight up, what the fuck?
How do you stay out here, though?
I just be in my office.
I thought we were gonna do it in a warehouse.
Notice what academics said. How do you stay out here? He said, I just be in my office. He said, I thought we were going to be at a fucking warehouse. Who goes to a warehouse? People who typically are committing a crime that they want to be hidden. And think about this. Why did DJ Academic show up to film this? We have to ask these questions. Why would you film this, but yet you don't want people calling you a Satanist? It's just real weird. Let me look at y'all's comments real quick. I'm trying to tell you, very dark energy, Faye. And yep, proof for blackmail. Exactly. And Kanye's so arrogant, he's allowing it. I feel like it looks like a hideout. Because the way DJ Academic said, how do you live out here? It sounds like it's out in the boonies where nobody else is at. And for a celebrity of Kanye's status to be hiding out, is because he's hiding something. And again, this is the same man that's been going on rants on social media saying that men are the real victims when it comes to women's sexual abuse. This is the same man that said bitches need to be slapped sometimes, Kanye West. This is the same man that keeps saying free Diddy while he's wearing a fucking Sean John shirt. No one wears that shit anymore. I haven't seen a person wear a Sean John shirt since the goddamn early 2000s. So you have to ask yourself, why is Kanye dick riding for Diddy so hard? Is it because he actually rode his dick in real life, allegedly? Kanye, was you one of his bottom bitches? Because it's giving bottom bitch energy. You know, the bottom bitch, she gonna ride it out with your ass, whether you pick up or not. That good old bottom bitch, she's gonna be the one to bail you out. She's gonna be the one to run all your hoes while you locked up. She's gonna be the one to bring you that money. And she's gonna be the one when you come home. She's gonna be right there. You can stand under my umbrella, Rihanna, looking at us. Definitely looks like a hideout to me. Exactly. That's, you know, at least we are so in sync. Because I was just thinking he must be out in the desert. So I don't know why I'm feeling Arizona. Now I'm wondering, ooh, and Arizona is where Jaguar said her and Odell had that fucking food. Wow. Wow. Let me confirm that download. Hold on. Because didn't Kanye say he had a property in Arizona? Hold up, y'all. Yep. Look at that. Phoenix is where Jaguar and Odell said their new studio was at. When she would be on live at the studio, they would travel to Arizona. Kanye West Phoenix listening party. How to get tickets. Trump's friends Kanye West and Joe Rogan normalized Jewish hate. He vowed to fight. Wow. Kanye West spent his birthday in Flagstaff, Arizona. See, I hope now y'all can see I'm a real psychic, because this is not something I looked up at all until this very moment. As soon as you said desert, I heard Arizona loud and clear. Probably. Exactly. And they go to Phoenix. That live where she was doing the gospel soundtrack, they were in Phoenix at the studio. Wow. So yeah, let's go bike.
I just decided I was supposed to leave yesterday, and then I was
North has seen this. I just got that download. North has witnessed him do this. And she's going to expose all the details from the insider perspective. Just want to share that.
I was going to do the interview with you yesterday, and
Yeah.
I was doing it earlier, and blah, blah.
Nah, I seen the online shit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, so I just got like a little bit exhausted from that bullshit. It was just.
I get it.
So he's picking, that looks like he picked up the, yeah, there's the robe and the wizard hat. And he said, let me go so I can put that shit on. He looked happy as hell. Hold up, let me pull this up right quick. If y'all don't pull up this goddamn picture. There we go. By the way, these are Freemason symbols. These are all Freemason symbols. Eagle, Phoenix. Yep. This is what the fuck this motherfucker's about to put on. Now look what I typed in. Black Freemason robe with wizard hat. Yep. Kanye is in place to carry out the darkness that Diddy can't do because he's locked up. Allegedly, for the sake of YouTube. So I just wanted y'all to see that correlation. Again, not a coincidence at all. Not a coincidence at all. They're not just doing this for fun. We are witnessing a dark fucking ritual. Yep. But you know what? Just because he spoke out against Jay-Z and Beyonce doesn't mean he's not a part of it. He's absolutely a part of it. Yep. Yeah, Tucson's real close to Mexico. When I worked for United Health Group, and I was working for them when I was first diagnosed with thyroid cancer, Tucson, Arizona was the headquarters for United Prescription Solutions at United Health Group, the headquarters in Tucson.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I think my job is decent.
You are weird still.
Right?
Your face is giving Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Is that a game?
Why does he sound so nervous?
Oh.
Pause. Can y'all hear his voice shaking, or is it just me? Why does academic sound so goddamn nervous? If you came to participate and y'all are filming, why are you nervous? It's weird. No black person should ever wear that. So I have no idea why Kanye West said, whenever I see that warlock costume, I see KKK. We all do. Especially people like me. Like, why would you even want to assimilate with that in any way, shape, or form? Because in Freemasonry, those robes mean something. Very calculated and definitely not well thought out. That's why I'm going to take the time later today to screen record this video, because I guarantee you later it's going to come down. He definitely sounds like he's nervous as shit. Definitely.
We play on that like Pokemon? Also Nintendo Switch? I don't know why I thought like you would be up here with like some NPCs
Easy
like
as
banging
hell,
out
child.
shit. It do look like kind of like a Switch, right?
Exactly, Jacqueline Brown. I know that because he began to do what Jaguar's doing now, and I don't watch her like I once did. Exactly. This is why I show this shit on my channel. Like, how come videos like this don't go viral for being mainstream? Because it's revealing shit that's going on. Now let's see. This has had, actually it has had quite a few views. 549,744 views in just 10 hours. That's more views than this person has subscribers, because people are interested in what in the fuck they're doing. It's okay, love. No, he said no. Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, sir, why are you so fucking nervous, DJ Academics? What do you know that's about to go down? And why do your eyes, they look empty? Everything about your face, I'm going to be honest, when I look at your face and I look at your eyes, I see a rapist. I see a fucking sexual predator and a groomer when I look at you. Now, I will say for the sake of YouTube allegedly, but spiritually, when I look at you, DJ Academics, that's exactly what the fuck I see. You're just as disgusting as Diddy, Jay-Z, and all these nasty motherfuckers in this industry that have been accused of doing all this disgusting ass shit. Not to mention you've been accused, and I cannot wait for them to lock you the fuck up and take your ass to jail. I'm going to be doing a full deep dive this week about DJ Academics and Diddy, and now that I've seen this shit, tying Kanye West into it as well.
Now I'm calm. I don't know, for another reason, I thought like there was going to be like assistants, staff.
Why would you think there was going to be assistants and staff when it appears this man's about to do a satanic ritual? Of course, he's not going to have people that can tell. So obviously your ass, you got left behind on the short yellow bus too. Obviously you are now amongst the real rejects of YouTube, because common sense should tell you, if this man is putting on a wizard hat and a black satanic wizard robe, he's not going to have the staff there to participate and or witness it unless they are being a part of the sacrifice or the ritual.
I like it. A little bit simple.
Yep.
Oh boy.
That's what I want to know, Cody.
A little saucy in here, right? A little hot. Hat forward or backwards. My hat. Not the other hat. My hat. This way? Or this way? This is like the classic look. Yeah, I've been trying to take off my hat for a while. You know what I mean? Don't let it go over your head. But yeah. Nah. Okay, you can get a good angle if I'm sitting here? Wherever you want.
Pause. There's no other purpose for Kanye dressing up like this. You're not doing cosplay. Sir, you're not doing cosplay. I believe that DJ Academics is being elevated on the pyramid. I believe that's the real reason they're doing this shit. Oh, would you take a look at this? Hold on. Because now they want to be on this whole shit on that website. Wow. Okay, see how this says satanic cult robe? See how when I click on it, they won't bring up the image? Now, it finally opened up the website. Look at this. Adult men's dark rituals satanic robe. Walmart.com. Bath gown satanic priest robe, high priest satin cloak, robe, black metal stage, clothing stage wear. Satanic priest robe, high priest. That's why I make sure if I refer to myself as a high priestess, it is a high vibrational high priestess. Amazing how they blocked off these photos. Yep. Oh, there's people doing rituals. Yeah. Robe of Leviathan, robe of Black Mercury, Lucifer, Satan. I'm surprised he didn't put this one on. I'm surprised he didn't put this one on with the Baphomet face. So yeah, again, nothing is coincidence. Everything is by design. It's by design, family. Yep, here we go again. Now, I'm going to take a look and see if there's any sort of lettering. But here we go again. Buy black devil robe for adults devil cosplay. It's not cosplay. This is what the Church of Satan wears during rituals. And it was indeed the Church of Satan that caused the KKK that claimed to be Christians and used the Bible, all of their satanic crusades. Yeah. Was that Doja Cat? Interesting. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an education as to why he might be wearing this shirt.
You can sit right here. Yeah. What do you think? Okay. So it's like magnetic. So one goes in here. Oh shit! I think it fell. Oh yeah.
Exactly, Neptune.
See the bust down chain too.
Definitely.
Bruh. Took that Nazi chain and made it bust, but
It's okay.
I wanted to wear it with this, but the part comes down a little bit too low. Like it need to sit right there.
And that's the whole point. The wealth from these deities like Baphomet, Satan, Lucifer, Moloch, the wealth they obtain from selling their souls and coming in agreement with that shit requires a soul sacrifice.
So one goes in here. Oh shit! I think it fell. Oh yeah.
Is he putting a camera on this motherfucker? Yep.
See the bust down chain too, man.
Bruh. Took that Nazi chain.
Did y'all hear how he said, "I see you with the bust down chain," the swastika? He just said, "Yeah, I took that Nazi shit
and made it bust," but
he said, "I took that Nazi shit and made it bust, bro."
I wanted to wear it with this, but the part comes down a little bit too low. Like it need to sit right there. I got a white leather one and fall right in the perfect place.
Really?
Yeah.
You got this made specifically.
Absolutely.
Pause. Academic said, "So you got this made specifically?" He said, "Yeah." Again, why would Kanye West, who keeps saying Free Diddy, who's wearing Sean John, get a dark high priest wizard robe and sorcerer hat made? It's almost like he wants to be the next Diddy. That's the energy I'm feeling. That's what it's giving.
The leather, the nigga KKK shit. Once again, I think the best place for the photo. Can we move that to the side? Damn, can't move this shit up. It'll be like here, or.
Bro, he's just a designer at heart, man. Like,
I need to get a very, like if you had that chair.
If we had like two of them, right, it would probably work. If you're looking for that type of look.
I should just stand. The best thing would be right here. And then you put your chair right there. Take my Timbs.
So like put this there.
Yeah, like if you.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's perfect. So you take that away. So we just have like this framing right here.
Okay. So move this or keep it?
Yeah.
All right.
Like.
You keep this as the middle, or this?
I would take that over, just out. You don't need none of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, what's the frame look like? Because I like just standing right here.
Okay.
But also, be nice if you sat back here, you can get like a full frame. Now, do you want to talk to me or stand when I'm here? Like this?
I mean, I'm letting you set this on right now. What do you think?
I should have to throw the boots on with it.
What the fuck?
Have you worn this out in public?
Nah, you know, the funny thing is I really wanted to wear it yesterday, but I thought they would like put me in a hospital for my outfit.
Yeah.
Yes, Kanye, they would have put you in a mental hospital if you would have walked outside with this fuckery on. At least you are, you know, aware enough to know not to wear the shit in goddamn public. But here's the thing, sir. If you didn't want to wear it in public, why are you allowing them to record this publicly and then put it out on a whole international platform? Makes no sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they would put me in the hospital for my outfit. So,
so even yesterday, I'm watching the video, and I'm like, who do you think? Like, someone knocks on the door. That's what the tweet said, or the video said.
Sister Moon, thank you so much for tuning in. If you just subscribed, welcome to D's World. Thank you. This shit is nuts, bro. It's nuts how it's so in our face. It's not even hidden in plain sight anymore. It's just right in your face, blatantly. Satanic worship rituals, just right in your face.
Yeah.
Who do you think that is, and what do you think? Obviously, you're saying things that how you feel at the moment.
Yeah.
And some people might feel like you're ruffling feathers, but who do you think would care that much that they would want to threaten your life? Because you do feel like your life is a little bit threatened, right?
Yeah, I think I definitely when I start bossing up for my kids, I definitely feel. One second, let me just. Yeah, I definitely feel that I was pushing life to the limits by pushing into the truth. Like we know that wasn't a surprise.
I feel like I was pushing life to the limits by pushing into the truth. Interesting that he said that.
And when I put that image up of my youngest daughter, that wasn't like the most surprising idea, but it'd be things that happen that we know happen that we just can't do anything about. But then they push whatever agendas like on the media that they want us to focus on. And that's something where, you know, I don't know who the people are, you know, so it would sound like real conspiracy theory. I just know that the kid from Lincoln Park got killed for expressing some of these same truths. And for me, just as a father, at a certain point, it's not about, it never was that.
I just can't take him serious. I cannot. One, I'm hearing all of Kanye West's unhealed mental illness, but I just wanted y'all to see that. I'm going to deep dive. I'm going to actually do the whole video and do a reaction to it later this week. And then I'm going to bring up the receipts about academics as well, because this shit is ridiculous. Now, let's move on because of the time. Shout out to Tough TV News. This is a video he did, looks like 3 days ago. The date. Yeah, the 27th. Titled, Corrupt Clive Davis Sent Lawyers Angie's Way Before She Died, and Her Daughter Gets a Foul-Ass Message. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. Again, fair use. Fair use, fair use. I hate to say it, but the music on his intro annoys me. It's like super loud. And if you guys can hear this, please put a Y in the chat. If you can't put an N, I'll stop sharing and reshare.
What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and slide on these topics. So the first thing I want to bring to y'all's attention is the fact that Angie Stone's daughter posted this despicable message that came from somebody that slid in her DMs. And it's just so sad. I just wish people would just leave her alone and things of that nature, because she is grieving at this particular point in time. And listen, I know that the true nature of Diamond and Angie's relationship wasn't perfect. They definitely traveled down some rocky roads, but I do believe that Diamond loved her mom, and she did not deserve to be harassed by this idiot that sent her this ill-advised and disparaging DM. Now, I'm going to paraphrase here, but Joey Joe says, "You should be ashamed of yourself. Now I see why your mother blocked your teeth out. You are disgusting. It should have been you instead of Angie." And then Diamond simply responds and says, "Thanks, but everyone's days are numbered. Praying for you though." Now, if I'm being
That's crazy to say that. Now I might feel a way. I don't really know. I don't know, but my speculation of Diamond, I just don't feel or see any grief. To say that to someone who just went through this whole situation with their mother being either abducted or sacrificed, to tell her that it should have been you, again, demon time. A lot of these people are on this satanic demon time energy right now.
Honest, y'all, I have gotten messages from someone reputable, and I have seen comments that suggest that other than the Cash App debacle where Diamond was criticized for, I've been told that Diamond is behind the scenes doing some nefarious things to capitalize off of her mother's name and likeness. So when discussed,
because I've heard that too. That's what I'm saying. A part of me feels like this girl, I just feel like she's a part. She had something to do with it. And if she didn't have something to do with it, she definitely appears to be enjoying to capitalize. It's almost like Angie was sacrificed so that she could be put in her place. That's what I'm feeling spiritually. She's the next Angie Stone. Even pausing on this video, she looks a lot like her mom. So I keep wondering, was Angie a sacrifice for Diamond and her brother because of their, love for wanting to be a part of the very industry that took their mom out? That's also weird. Your mother's gone, but both of y'all still want to be a part of this shit that it appears that allegedly took her out. It's just real weird.
In this exchange between Joey and Diamond with my people attached to the ordeal, they highlighted the fact that this despicable DM may have been sent to Diamond out of disgust, given the fact of all the rumors that are circulating around about her doing things to capitalize off of Angie's name. Now, this guy's message to Diamond did not give a clear context to what he was alluding to, so we can't definitively say that that was the actual angle that he was coming from. But I will say that the key word here is rumor. It's just all rumors, right? And so this is my thing. If it's true or not, it's not your responsibility to jump in her DM and wish that she was deleted over her mother. That's just ridiculous, right? Now, listen, I'm going to say something that some of y'all may not agree with, and that's fine, but I respect your opinion. But this is the thing, right? I would never do this to my mother at all. But when you look at Angie Stone's situation and the amount of people that are trying to capitalize off of her name and legacy, if I'm being honest, I would rather for her kids to actually capitalize off of their mother's name. That's their mother, right? But see, the problem lies if you're sneakily trying to profit behind the scene.
You said, I think I get it. She did not want to sacrifice her kids. That could be very real. Because again, they're typically required to select 5 people, the closest to them, to be sacrificed in order for them to make it, and to be elevated on that fucking pyramid. Oh my God, his hair is like in my face. I'm trying to get it out of my face. Just say it's a theory. Could be. Maybe she didn't want to sacrifice her kids. In addition to that, maybe they knew she was going to expose some shit that would have fucked off the entire hip.
That action alone suggests that it's being done with ill, manipulative, and deceptive intent. And that's the avenue as us as onlookers of this very unfortunate situation that happened to Angie Stone. We have to sit back and just watch, because God will deal with them in that.
Looking at the younger pictures of Angie, that girl is like identical to her mom. Like identical to her.
Regard. But my thing is, what did Angie talk about 2 months before she passed away? Exactly. She talked about the fact that she didn't get the proceeds that were owed to her at the tune of $50 million. And she also
per the investigation I'm doing, it said that they actually owed her $100 million, not just 50.
Expressed within that video that she wanted to leave money for her kids and her grandkids and so forth and so on. And the term that she specifically used is that she wanted to leave generational wealth to her family. Well, if Angie was paid everything she was owed from the record label, she would have left her family millions, or at least a substantial amount of money, which will be way more than they will ever make by slapping Angie Stone's face and name on t-shirts, mugs, or even a hot sauce bottle, or even monies received through Cash App, right? Now, again, let me reiterate, the problem lies is when you're trying to sneakily do it behind the scenes. It's like you're trying to hide something or whatever, and it causes concern. Now, people are going to talk either way, whether you come out publicly like she did with the Cash App when she announced, hey, listen, y'all been asking for my Cash App. Here's my Cash App if you want to send some money. If you don't, then that's fine too. Somebody's going to always find something to say. But it becomes highly critical when you're doing it behind the scenes and you're not transparent. It's all good to just come out and say, hey, my mom ain't have it like that. You know what I'm saying? And we're struggling. It is what it is. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm going to be upfront. This is what we're trying to do. This is what we need. This is our goal. And I think ultimately people could digest that more, rather hearing that it's some backdoor stuff going on, which would be a dishonor to Angie's name and her legacy. And if I'm being honest, y'all, the real reason why I haven't disclosed those text messages that I got about Diamond as it pertains to her doing some shady stuff behind the scenes is based off of the fact of she's grieving. She's grieving. She lost her mom, and I know how that feels. And I feel like that I would be a dirty individual if I would have exposed those text messages during this time when she's grieving. The family is grieving. They're going through a lot of things right now. A lot of emotions are on display.
You know what's amazing is that the first thing Al B. Shore did was expose the text messages between him and Angie. Notice how Stone and Tough TV both have said, there's no way I would ever put that information out. Why was Al B. Shore so comfortable doing that? It was almost like he was clout chasing and it backfired on him. It just, again, I'm starting to question these people who have been alleging that they're truth tellers. Like Cat Williams said, some people are truth tellers and some people sell truth telling, which means that they want you to believe that they're truth tellers, but behind closed doors in the industry, they're allegedly participating in all the very nefarious, satanic, ritualistic shit that goes on, allegedly, for sake of the truth.
And stuff like that. And then on top of that, the content within the alleged accusations that I have is just egregious and downright monstrous. So I just want to stay away from that right now. But anyway, I want to move along and share this message that I got from an artist from back in the day. Now, this is no disrespect. This wasn't a big time artist, but if I mention their name, you definitely know of them. And no worries, they're not taking this as disrespect. I did explain to them that I was going to say this when I did this video, because I don't want to lead my people to think that I'm talking to somebody huge or somebody that has a substantial amount of weight in the music business. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to keep it all the way real. Now, before I get into it, I just want to say that the information that I'm about to convey to you is all alleged. I cannot confirm or deny that these actions actually took place. So it says here, apparently Angie was talking to someone in the music business about the corruption that involved Clive Davis and UMG after she spoke about her stolen publishing and unpaid royalties. Angie opened up about things she witnessed with her own two eyes and shared messages from other artists that supported her knowledge and claims about how evil Clive is. The person Angie confided in is well known and based out of New York and has ties to Sony. I do not wish to provide his name at this time for safety concerns. I'm not afraid of him, but I fear the people connected to the other side. But days later, after Angie shared messages with him that included details from other artists to corroborate her story, she got a cease and desist from lawyers that represent Clive.
Pause. After Angie shared messages with him that included details from other artists to corroborate her story, she got a cease and desist from lawyers that represent Clive. Again, it was more than just her saying, "Run me my money."
She said the letter didn't mention Clive or UMG, but the letter involved details of what she told said person whom she thought she could trust. The betrayal hit like a ton of bricks, and she called this person.
So the cease and desist was sent because the letter involved details of what she told the person who she could trust. So she confided in this person and included in the cease and desist letter what she confided in them was on here. Isn't that just like what Jaguar did to me? Everything I confided in her about, she publicly drugged me about. this seems to be a pattern in the music industry. Again, just like with I'll Be Sure posting their personal text messages the day after she's allegedly sacrificed.
Person, and they had words with Angie accusing him of being intimate with a young Tevin Campbell.
Pause. I remember, now I don't remember the name of the guy, but I remember when this story broke about this music exec that allegedly had SA Tevin Campbell. And they said that this particular music exec allegedly turned Tevin Campbell out. And poor Tevin has never been able to, live in his truth.
Angie said, now that you betrayed me, I now know you did what they said you did. He ferociously denied snitching on Angie and sleeping with a young Tevin. All right.
Now, she said, now that you betrayed me, I now know you did what they said you did. Because think about it. A person would only betray her if they know that what she knows will expose them. The cease and desist to stop the exposure. Again, just want to point that out.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that. Like I said, this is all alleged information.
So that's why I wanted to specifically share that video, because I was like, wow, that definitely sheds some new light on, motives and things that have allegedly happened to Angie, because it was more than just that. Now, I'm going to share, pause. I'm going to share this video as well. Why do you never pause when I click pause? I'm going to share this video as well. Definitely. Yeah. Now, allegedly, it was said that originally it was Quincy. But again, it's just weird. It's weird. Now, this one is titled Horrific Vision of Angie's Death Causes Major Concern, and Angie Never Exposed D'Angelo's Dark Secret. Now, keep in mind the interview. Not even the interview, the video she made, where she talked about how they were hiring people to go on record saying that Angie Stone is what caused D'Angelo to become an addict. I want y'all to remember that video that she did on her own Instagram that I previously showed you guys. And also remember when she talked about how when she decided to leave Arista Records and J Records, she said that Clive made sure to sever the tie that bound them. She said he made sure to sever the tie that binds us, to break the soul tie. And that was after she got D'Angelo signed. And she talked about how they tried to blame her again for him ending up becoming an addict. Let me tell you something. A man being sodomized repeatedly during a satanic ritual can definitely make you lose your mind and or decide to seek out a way to numb the pain. Because when they sodomize, especially a grown-ass man, when they do that, they're activating their kundalini in the most low vibrational way they can. So again, satanic revel celebration, sexual rituals, oral, anal, vaginal. That means rape. Just so you guys know. That's what the fuck that means. When they go through. And you guys let me know if you can hear the video. If you can, please put a Y.
What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and slide on these topics. So before I get started, I just want to thank everybody that's been sending me information as it pertains to the Angie Stone situation. I do appreciate all of the hard work that you guys are doing. I'm getting emails out of the wazoo, but I thank you guys. And for anybody that I haven't responded to yet, you will be getting a response. I just got to go through it and just sift through everything, and you'll be hearing from me soon. Now, there's a few things that I have to vet. There's a few things that I want to look into before I put certain information out, but I do want to bring to you guys a couple of things that was sent to me. The first thing being that I want to expose to you guys is this link that was sent to me, and I clicked on it and began to read, and it didn't take me long to discover that this was going to be extremely dark and wicked. And it also made me very upset and angry. Now, before I get into reading this filth, I want to ask you guys a favor. If you don't mind, go ahead and share this video for me. And I do want to let you guys know up front that I will be paraphrasing a lot when I'm reading this trash, because that's what it is, absolute trash. So let's get started. And it says here, Angie Stone deleted. Stun your whole army back to the Stone Age. I'm going to show you a tutorial in skid marks. I'm going to ram your car through a cataclysm.
Pause. I'm going to show you a tutorial in skid marks. What are skid marks? Shit stains. So basically, this person's saying, I'm going to show you how I teach people through sodomy. I'm going to ram your car through. They're not talking about a car. They are talking about busting open someone's ass in a sodomistic, very sadistic, satanic sexual ritual. I just want people to see how I'm interpreting this. This is disgusting.
Event for you. Darling, are you alive? I'm going to spread the sauce fiery hot. She owned a hot sauce line and make you live in the danger zone. Vision truck coming down wrong way on the highway. On shoulder a
pause. Vision. Lucifer, the angel of light. Vision truck coming down the wrong way on the highway. On shoulder, a highway crash like no other. She was hit by a big rig truck. A highway crash like no other. 3/11/24. Vision, giant hand reaching out, grabbing something. I'm going to run your car off the rails, smash it deep, deep, deep to smithereens. This actually sounds like a chant. I want y'all to look at how many times they repeat this shit. If they repeat it 3 times, this is indeed a chant. Let me run it back.
Spread the sauce fiery hot. She owned a hot sauce line and make you live in the danger zone. Vision truck coming down wrong way on the highway. On shoulder, a highway crash like no other. She was a big rig truck, a highway crash like no other. 3/11/24. Vision, giant hand reaching out, grabbing something. I'm gonna run your car off the rails.
Okay, I hate to say it, but him bleeping it is annoying. So I'm just gonna put it on mute and read it myself. I'm gonna run your car off the rails, smash it deep, deep, deep. He didn't even see. This is how I know he's not a real editor. You didn't even leave it on there long enough to actually read. And he's using very terrible transitions from CapCut. I'm a bash. Oh no, let's go back. It does say this twice. No, it says 3/11/24. God damn it. I hit pause. I fucking hate when StreamYard does that bullshit. Pause the goddamn video. 3/11/2024. That's 2 days before the Ides of March, blood ritual, assassination. Again, not a coincidence. Planned. Planned and planned. Satanic ritual, abuse, assassination. I'ma bash your daughter's brains out. A vehicle smashing into another vehicle. Hit by a big rig. I'm going to bust up the party with you in it, aka party Sprinter Band. She was coming from a concert she performed at. I see and know everybody and their birthdays and how many times they turn their head in the night. Said the Lord. There's no question whom this is coming from. Said the Lord. Twice. 3:02 a.m., the witching hour. Violently. They're going to say it a third time. I already know. Are you still reading through this shit? Probably. But all the extra bleeps are annoying. Yep, I knew it a third time, said the Lord. Violently, said the Lord. So 3 times is an incantation. This is a chant. This is an invocation of dark magic that happened a year before Angie was taken out. I'm gonna, what does it say? Yeah, I'm gonna tear you limb from limb. I'm gonna mirror it in your personal lives. I'm coming to get everybody, Hollywood included, Trump, FBI, assassin, kidnapper, Doge, and that's the D-O-G-E, the one that they just created, and others. Or it could be Doja Cat, I don't know. Everything is something else, saith the Lord. They keep calling themselves Lord. If the FBI arrests you, I'm going to consider it a kidnapping. If the FBI arrests you, I'm going to consider it a kidnapping. That's very telling. It's almost like they're saying the FBI abducts people. I don't know if it's just me, but that's what I gathered from this. They keep saying, saith the Lord. And I will kill you, your family, and your friends viciously, saith. They keep calling themselves Lord. Now, again, what was Lucifer's issue in heaven? Trying to usurp the Most High God's frequency and be the one and only all-powerful God, aka all senile. This is insane. It says godsvengeance.com. Hold up. I just looked at that. What is that? God's vengeance. And it wouldn't even let me bring that website up. I just tried to, and it wouldn't even let me bring it up. Interesting.
I can't confirm or deny if this is some type of bogus post from somebody that was just thinking about being demonic one day, because it dates back to 3 weeks ago when this was actually posted, which would have made it around 3/4/25, which would have been 3 days after Angie Stone.
Okay, let's look at the symbolism and numerology. Now, it was dated March 11th. Again, 2 days before the Ides of March satanic ritual holiday, blood ritual, assassination, any age, male or female. The 3 days after Angie's alleged sacrifice, for them to make sure to post it 3 days later. Let me bring this up. Notice how the third level, on anarchy level, coven, master or illuminatus, minor, 3 degree. Notice, master witch, 3 degree, summons demons, has coven leadership. And again, the Black Brotherhood, organized Satan. Not a coincidence at all.
Had passed away, but I will say that my immediate thoughts are, is this someone that knows what went down with Angie and they're basically telling us what happened? You know what I'm saying? That's not above the realm of possibility, because when you look at the particular point within the passage that I just read you guys, this particular person behind this said that they had a premonition, or better yet, a vision of how Angie Stone was going to pass away back on March the 11th, 2024. And what's interesting
Pause. That's not a premonition. I have premonitions all the time. I've had them since I was 8 years old. That's a planned attack. That's some fucking weirdo. Just like, you know, back in the day, hand engine money received, I receive it, I receive it, I receive it. It's because I'm an 80s baby. Remember the old school movies when they would be investigating the serial killer and they'd find in the basement all these newspaper cutouts and all these weird sayings, you know, symbolism. That's what that reminded me of, just a digital version of it. So again, planned attacks, planned satanic ritual abuse, and also the fact that it was 2 days before the blood ritual assassination. Definitely not a coincidence.
About this dynamic is the fact that Angie Stone passed away the same month that this particular person is saying that they had the premonition of how Angie was going to pass away last year. So,
because again, I've had premonitions. I've never had a premonition that was that fucking dark. Now, I have had visions. Angie showed me some shit from the early parts of her career. Now, for the sake of YouTube, I'm going to say allegedly, but she showed me in the 5D what she was required to participate in. And it does involve fire and sacrifice. A lot of people from back in the day have talked about that. So we have to wonder why. Why is there a complete similarity of what goes on in Catamaso, the capital of dark witchcraft? Why do we have the same Baphometic fire image? Because what I was shown looked a lot like this. Like, for real. It looked a lot like this. And I think some people, when they come into the industry, I don't think they realize that they're going to be required to be a part of that, and then they are required to, and then they decide to leave. Exactly. And keep in mind, family, do you guys remember when Jaguar said that what the industry does is they require for you to participate in something that's really dark and really bad, and then once you've done it one time, they hold it over your head. They blackmail you, is what she said. And they try to make you do it again and again and again. And then when you tell them no, is when they start coming for you. Again, that's what Jaguar said out of her mouth. I'll never forget that, because I was like, okay, that made me wonder, what did you do? Participate in these satanic rituals? I'm just wondering, why are people in the industry always talking about this type of shit going on? And also, why hasn't it been stopped? Well, my opinion is, why would the government stop it if they are allegedly involved in it? They don't want to be exposed. Also, I saw this on social media it's on site, about 4 officers here in Houston, in Harris County, that committed suicide. The dates were all around the Ides of March and right around the spring equinox. I'll present those receipts on live, the one I'm gonna do later tonight. But this is some weird shit, and it's very telling. First, it was the lawyers, Clive's lawyers sending a cease and desist to Angie. And then now this person coming forward saying that they predicted her death. No, it sounds like someone was planning it a year ago. And that's even more horrible if people got together to plan a whole year in advance her demise. Which also lets you know that her truth was reaching and getting out to people. And they were trying to stop her before she said even more. Just saying. And again, allegedly for
It's just extremely crazy. And this information has been sent to Tyler Perry's people, I've been told.
Pause. This information has been sent to Tyler Perry's people. Why? Who was Tyler Perry for real when it comes to Angie Stone? How is Tyler Perry even involved? That's what I really want to know. Yep. Thank you. They committed suicide after human trafficking accusations. Now, when I conversated with Storm Monroe must be watching my channel right now, with Stone. Shout out to you, Stormisha Bussy Alize Jenkins, if you're watching. Go ahead and, subscribe, because you already know what it is. And I'm saying that because I know you be watching me because of the shit I've exposed about you and your AI shit. He told me that it is actually not Tyler Perry that is selling the obituary. He said it was a whole another part of people that are close to Angie that are doing that. And that allegedly it was made to look like that on purpose. So again, a lot of inside tea, a lot of things getting revealed, a lot of things starting to make sense now.
Right? Because somebody else DM'd me the same information, and they sent this information to Tyler Perry's people to have this information vetted. Now, another thing that's peculiar about this situation is the fact that whoever was behind this despicable post mentioned that Angie had a hot sauce line. And listen, y'all can jump down in the comments and correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never known Angie to have a hot sauce line. You know what I'm saying?
Now, sir, if you ever was following her on Instagram, you would have seen that she had a hot sauce line. Just saying. So I don't know how much he really knew about Angie or followed, but like pretty much everybody knew she had a hot sauce line and the coffee and the merch and shit.
But what's interesting is the fact that there is a website called AuntieAngie.com, and it features Angie Stone's merch all over the place, including what? That hot sauce. So this is just crazy within itself. Now, I want to go ahead and get into this text message that was sent to me by somebody close to the Angie Stone situation. And basically, we were having a conversation because a lot of people were pointing out the fact that Angie Stone was 31 when she started dating a 19-year-old D'Angelo, and a lot of people had some negative things to say about the nature of D'Angelo and Angie Stone's relationship when they first started dating. And believe it or not, some people are still saying some negative things about their relationship from way back then. And so basically this person that's close to the Angie situation is sick of it, and they went completely off. Now, I do want to say before I read this text message that all the information that I'm about to convey to you is all alleged. I can't confirm or deny that these actions took place. So it says here, everybody want to talk about the age gap between Angie and D'Angelo when they first started dating, but it's only because people thought Angie didn't deserve him based off what they thought about her looks. But he was of age and he didn't do anything that he didn't want to do. You know what? I'm sick of this S. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Angie Blanken protected D'Angelo all of these years, because if she was a dirty and trifling woman, like he said she was on many occasions, she would have outed his download dealings a long time ago.
Pause. I remember when those rumors were circulating about D'Angelo allegedly being down low, allegedly with Clive, just like people have said about Diddy and now, this to me makes a lot more sense if this is true, that D'Angelo and Clive also had an alleged sexual relationship. Because, down low men always shit on the women that they're with because they're using the women as a beard. They will fuck around and have kids and all that to make it look like they're heterosexual. This I kind of believe. And the reason is, when Angie said that after she got D'Angelo signed, and she decided to leave, I can imagine this would be a major reason why she may have wanted to leave. Because it is fucked up. You find out your baby daddy is allegedly gay and or bisexual. Find out that he's allegedly having a sexual relationship with the owner of the label. And then after you get this man signed, the label and the CEO don't want you around because they don't want you exposing their alleged down-low relationship. It makes so much sense. And when she said they made sure to sever the tie that binds us, they made sure to sever the soul tie. Sex, sacred exchange of energy, a soul tie. That's also why I'm celibate. I don't want any fucking soul ties right now. So it would make sense that if they knew what she knew, like she said, remember the previous video, when she said, now that you've betrayed me, I know that you have did what everyone said you did. Then she gets, you know, first she gets a cease and desist. Then she gets betrayed. Then she tells the person, now I know you did what you did. Remember how she said her career went left after she broke up with D'Angelo? Again, make it make sense. How is it that a young man that you put on with Clive, you probably found out he was down low and wanted to break up with him, and because you broke up with him, now you just, the industry, the whole industry just blacklists you? This really does make more sense. A secret, alleged, down low relationship that they did not want getting exposed. I think this probably, if this is true, this probably had more to do with Angie's sacrifice than her, again, exposing UMG for Royalties. And Angie knew when she put that shit out there that would garner attention because she worked with Clive. She knew that Clive and UMG were tied very closely. So it's just real weird. Like she said, if she was dirty and trifling, she would have been exposed him for his alleged download dealings. It says that's why certain music male moguls wanted D'Angelo disconnected from Angie because they wanted him. And they got him. This is beyond homies over hoes. This is just diabolical, bro.
So that's why certain music male moguls wanted D'Angelo disconnected from Angie. They wanted him and got him. That's why he was strung out on DRUGS. And then they tried to say it was Angie who introduced him to DRUGS. No, it was them. No good people at the top. Now, again, I want to reiterate that I don't know this information to be true. I'm just passing down the information.
So yeah, shout out to Tough TV for sharing those receipts. Because when I saw those videos, I was like, bro, this shit makes so much fucking sense. You know, like literally, it makes so much fucking sense. Not the shit they tell you in mainstream media, the shit that people who have said they're close to her have shared. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling up her geometry. Now, this is the Angie Stone full government name under Angela Laverne Brown. It says Geometria Dark Ritual. Trump's Last Day, The Beginning and the End, Succubus. And succubus is the female sexual dealer. I found the truth. Now, one more again, let's pull up real quick, and I'm going to go to Stone's video, and I'm going to shut down the live. Because my sleep aid's kicking in, and I do got to get up. Under her stage name, Angie Stone, Gematria. Succubus again. It's coming. Then succubus again. Then we have labyrinth, and then we have child sacrifice. So, what if Angie was going to expose the alleged child sacrifice that was going on? And what if Angie was going to expose that Clive Davis was having allegedly all these sexual relationships with these men? Because we know that Clive Davis is openly bisexual. But a lot of these, especially black men that don't want to be outed, that they want the whole world to think that they're straight, oh, they'll do anything to shut you up. They'll do anything for you to not expose them. So again, shout out to Stone Paxton. I'm going to drop the link to his channel in the chat. Very diabolical. And good night, Cody. Praying for you, family. Post the link. Post the goddamn link. Shit. Thank you, Faye. So here's a link. You guys make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to Stone Paxton's channel. And make sure when you guys get a chance after the live ends, please, everybody that's watching this, post a comment once it finishes, like once it's over. Hashtag Justice for Angie. Justice for Angie Stone. Make sure we hashtag that. And you're welcome, my love. Thank you. Once I'm done, I'm definitely going to get some rest. I have not properly rested in the last couple of days for all the moving around. Now, let's revisit part 7.
Stuff. But
pause. Oh my God, this is so annoying. This only fucking happens in the StreamYard. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys the Tough TV videos because I feel like those videos pretty much, in my opinion, corroborate what Stone has been trying to expose and reveal. And if those text messages were true, all of them, then it's definitely a huge machine that's behind all of this. So I'm going to revisit video part 7 so that you guys can hear again the receipts and things that he had to say.
For all those that are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you hit like, and also make sure you hit that bell to get the notifications for all my latest video. I'm back again, you guys, and I know typically I'm in my car driving and talking to you guys, but I wanted to, after being in the studio tonight and work, I wanted to have a conversation with you guys about correcting some of the things that people seem to be taking and twisting from the last video. But before we get started, make sure you hashtag Justice for Angie Stone. I want all of you guys, and let's keep this movement going. Justice for Angie Stone. Hashtag it. If you post a picture of Angie Stone, make sure you hashtag Justice for Angie Stone. If you do a video, pull one of Angie Stone's videos from somewhere, hashtag Justice for Angie Stone. It doesn't matter what you do. Anything that has to do with Angie Stone, any of her songs or anything, make sure you hashtag Justice for Angie Stone. Now, let's get started on this, you guys, because I said I was going to reveal a police report, and that's what I'm going to do in this video. And I'm going to explain to you why and what this is about. My thing of speaking on this subject with Angie, I'll cover a few things that I want to talk about. But first, let's get into the first thing that I want to talk about. I've been noticing some bloggers that seem to take what I say and regurgitate it. And for the most, they've been pretty transparent with how they've been handling my content and re-sharing it. But it's the narrative that they spin on my content. And I don't know if they're doing this because they just want to have a really juicy story. I don't know if they're doing this because they just don't have nothing to talk about. I'm not quite sure. You know, I'm a speaker. I've been speaking all my life. I've been in the entertainment industry all my life. I know how to talk to people. I can talk on any subject, and I can take that subject and we can have a long conversation about it, right? But I'm just noticing that they'll play my stuff. They might say some good stuff in the beginning, but by the end of the conversation, they bring people on their show and these people spin narratives on what I'm saying. Now, am I disappointed in that? Absolutely not. Not really. But here's my thing. For those, my mother used to say something to me. She used to say, if you're not a genius, son, when people carry genius ability and capabilities, they don't have to write anything down. This is what my mother used to tell me, right? And I love my mom. She was incredible. But she said, when a person is a genius, they don't have to write anything down. So she said the people that will write things down are the people that do things about these people that might not be quite on point. Their comprehension is horrible and they're not geniuses, so they have to write it down. So I say to people, listen, if you're gonna misquote me, or if you're going to change the narrative of what I'm saying up, at least quote me right. At least quote what I say right. And for people talking about the things I say and you're putting a spin on it, because I see what you're doing. See, what you're doing is you're using the fact that I don't mention names and you're trying to turn that on me. You see, I see what you're doing. But I will say this to you guys again, if so many people spreading the wrong information, why don't you guys go on their channel and why don't you attack them for sharing the wrong information? No, you're not going to do that, because maybe all of you guys are in cahoots. Listen, I've been on the YouTube a long time, so I get it. I'm a content creator too. I just don't create content like this. It never was my thing. I mean, I actually do talk about certain subjects.
Okay, not gonna hold you. I'm grabbing a quick snack, but I definitely agree with him when he says maybe they're all in cahoots. I 1000% believe that every one of these content creators that are trying to spin the narrative on what he's saying and that's working aggressively to discredit him, it is my belief, in my opinion, that those people are all connected and that they're all allegedly being paid to do this.
But I talk about things that are a little bit more intellectually defined. You know what I'm saying? I don't get into a lot of messy stuff. When I do have conversations, it's on an educational point of view about something that really matters and something that's going to possibly change a person, something they can use and take and run with it and make themselves better, right? Something they didn't know about the world or the earth. I don't usually get into content that doesn't really matter. The reason why I'm talking about what I'm talking about now is because Angie is important to me and she will always be. And so her legacy must be kept alive through the truth. When you guys are spinning narratives on this stuff, you're actually killing the information. You might think that you're not, and you might think because I'm not mentioning names that I am doing something wrong, but I'm not. Absolutely not. What are you going to do with the information? You're not a detective. None of us are detectives. None of us work for the DOJ. None of us work for the Attorney General. So what are we going to do? We get the information, then what? Okay. And for those that say that, has he spoken to a police? Have you talked to a police? How do you know I haven't? Here's the thing. A detective called me, and this is my issue with this whole thing. When I spoke to the detective from Alabama, when he called me, he seemed like a real Opie kind of guy. Now, I'm not saying that out of disrespect for the detective, but it's like this guy didn't get it. When he called me and he was asking me questions and I'm listening to him talk, and I started saying, well, damn, I could do his job. This guy really didn't get it. And then this guy actually started asking me to go and get information for him. That's not my job. If you call me and ask me for what I know, I'm going to give you what I know. But it's not my job to go out and get you, sir.
Exactly. And it's weird that they did that. You're welcome, fam. Yeah. It's weird that a detective asked him to go out and get information when that's literally his job to fucking do that.
Information. So for those of you asking me, did I speak to a police or somebody contacted me, but it just didn't seem to me, and I'm only telling you how I feel. It didn't seem like this person really was too concerned, although this detective told me that they're taking this serious and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't personally feel like this detective was taking the information he asked me serious, right? Because when you're dealing with a case, any little information matters, right? You guys agree with that, right? So did I speak with someone? Did somebody contact me? Absolutely, somebody did. But that's not the point. The point is you guys keep spinning narratives on what I'm saying. I know I'm not your typical content creator like what you guys do. I'm in the music industry. I'm really in the music industry. Like, for instance, this particular blogger had a young lady come on her channel and speak about codes. This woman knows nothing about codes. I heard her talk, and I was like, why is it always the people that know nothing about the music industry that want to speak about the inner workings of it? This girl was saying stuff like, oh, well, you know, you get your attorney and you could do that and you contact BMI and then you can do it. I know all about that. I've been an artist for a long time. If you've been an artist for a long time, then you share the proper information. You don't need an attorney to get codes. You don't need an attorney to even go and grab a song. If it gets to be a bit much, as far as like when it came to Angie's songs, it was a lot of stuff that was really messed up. Because let me explain to you guys about how that works so you understand. So for the ones that are not geniuses, I want you to take out a piece of paper right now, because I don't want you to take my narrative and misquote it. So get a piece of paper right now. I'll give you a moment to gather a pen and paper so I can give you the breakdown of how this code thing works. Because a girl that got on the show, you know, I'm not going to mention the show. I don't get into mentioning, you know, people's names. So I'm not going to mention the show. But there was a girl on the show and she was talking. She'll know what she's talking. She'll know who I'm talking about. And you guys will know because she'll know who she is. She said she's an artist and she's been in this business. She's acting like she know. And she said so many things that's not really some of the, well, technically she wasn't wrong, but she definitely wasn't right, because she was giving information like you contact an attorney and you do this and do that. It don't take all that shit. Right now, if you gave me 300 of your songs, I could show you how to register those songs and get you an ISRC and a UPC, and you never had to pay a dime. I'm just saying. I do this every day. I do this every single day. You understand what I'm saying? So you know, to the lady that has the platform, you're allowing people to come on your platform. I would vent people and make sure they know what they're talking about, because you're letting people come on your platform who don't even have the knowledge in the music industry, and they're trying to speak about the music industry. I know your show is rather controversy, and hey, and that's cool. I dig that. Whatever works for you works for you. But, and by the way, I appreciate you sharing my content, but I don't like how people spin it, because we're hurting this situation more than helping. So when you get on there and you try to tear the messenger down, you're not really helping the Angie movement. You're not helping as much as you might think you are. It's just a whole bunch of just blah, 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 blah is what's going on. So how it works with codes is, if I'm going to register a record, right? The codes work this way. The codes are strictly for registering the metadata so that you keep track of the sales, streaming data, and as well as download data of songs or albums. You understand? Also, when you register that, it allows the album to also be tracked via radio. So if this album charts on radio, you'll know what it's doing at radio as well with the ISRC and the UPC. You understand what I'm saying? You're able to know what that record is doing at all times. That's the purpose of registering it. So all that extra shit she was saying about, oh, the copyright office, and that's for copyright. There's a few different things we're dealing with here. Copyright, publishing, mechanicals, there's just a lot of different elements to this music shit, right? So she was just kind of blowing her mouth, and I don't know if she wants to feel like she knows everything with music, but baby girl, I'm gonna tell you, you don't. Straight up. You can come, maybe I need to have artists come on my show and talk to me so I can educate. I educate artists. That's what I do. I speak at music conferences. This is what I do all my life, 42 years of it. So don't spin a narrative about stuff you don't know about. Now, let's get into the code thing. Once again, you register a record, it shoots you out an ISRC and UPC. You get both when you're registering albums. With Angie's situation, you guys, and understand, because I heard you guys talking about the whole code guy thing that I mentioned. Before we came along, and I will reiterate that, before we came along and took over, let's just say this, before we took over Angie's business of collecting the publishing, it was already a mess. Already a mess, you guys. That guy was already there. When we showed up on the scene, he was there. You understand what I'm saying? He was already there. So all that weird shit you're saying to the girl that was on the show speaking, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. I'm just keeping it 100. No disrespect. Know what you're talking about. Know what you're talking about. I understand you don't know me and you say you don't trust me. And I'm not on here trying to make friends. I'm not on here trying to make new friends. I'm not on here. I got enough friends. I don't need any more. So I'm not on YouTube trying to win nobody over. I could give a damn about if a person follows me or not. I could give a damn if a person does whatever, because I'm not on here to please anybody. I am on here for Angie, not for any of you guys.
Pause.
Remember that.
That's what I like about Stone Paxton. He's not on here for clout, clicks and views, super chats, memberships. He's trying to get the truth exposed.
So don't spin a narrative on something that is the truth because you don't understand it. Don't spin the narrative on something that is the truth because you want me to give you a name. Y'all fucking around with this bullshit name stuff. Like y'all really tripping off a name. Like there's so much other shit y'all could be doing. Like let's do a rally or some shit about this. All of us could come together. All the bloggers could come together and meet in a place and do something special for Angie, for justice sake. But all this back and forth and y'all taking my shit and twisting it and trying to make me out to be something that I'm not with this situation, shame on you, because you're actually hurting the movement for Angie. You're not helping the shit. Y'all just talking for views. Y'all just talking for clickbait. Whatever the fuck is going on, that's what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? So this code guy was here before we came along. The code guy was here before my brother and I even took over Angie's business. Understand that. I did not know the code guy. I've never met the motherfucker. I talked to him on the phone, and when I talked to him and heard him stuttering, and I told Ange when I got off the phone, yeah, that shit ain't cool. Yeah, the dude is, yeah, he 15,000 for somebody to do that. And I even told Angie, I said I could have generated those codes for you for nothing. It would have costed you nothing for me to generate those codes. Now, also, let's talk about this. How codes work is, and here's what the problem was with these songs with Angie. So when we got a hold of having to fix everything, man, this guy was taking, what was happening, he was taking songs of Angie's because somebody had taken her stuff, and these codes, ISRC codes and UPC codes, some songs had it, some didn't. And she wanted to recode everything, which in retrospective, I didn't think it was a good idea, but I had to roll with whatever Angie wanted to do. That's how she got into the situation with the dude. The dude convinced her that he could go in and recode all the songs, which is some stupid shit. I'm gonna be honest with you, because wherever the songs were parked at, he was trying to go in and change the code. So let me tell you what happens when you do that. Let's say we have 4,000 songs, right? And we got to go recode it. So when we stepped to the table to take over this, Angie told me, well, I got all this code guy is recoding my songs. And I was like, well, code guy? I said, who's the code guy? She put me on the phone with him. And I talked to him. I asked him a few questions. And I was confused. Like, I already knew it was a hustle in my head. Like, this is a straight up hustle, right? So when I got off the phone with her, I shared my sentiments to Angie about my thoughts of, this guy and, what the purpose of it was. And I told her that creating new codes is going to hold things up, because remember, we were coming along to get Angie money. Now, mind you, when you have a whole bunch of songs and then you recode them, it fucks up everything, right? Because it displaces everything. So by this guy doing codes, it was holding us up from being able to go get my big brother Vasal. It held him up from being able to go and get a check for her fast, because Angie wanted to make sure she started getting things straightened out with her songs. But because that guy was involved, it held us up, and we actually had to wait maybe a couple weeks. And when I was talking, I called Angie and I was like, well, what's going on? Because my big brother was calling me saying, let's get Angie on the phone. and figure out what's going on with these codes. We get her on the phone. She's like, he's still working on it. He's going through all of them. He just did 10 today. He's gonna do 20 tomorrow. It's like one of those things. And I was like, dang, Stoney. I'm like, man, dude, it shouldn't take that long. But he was telling her that, it was taking that long. And she was very adamant about it. And I spent $15,000 and, this should have been done. She told the guy, she hit him up and she called me back and said she told him he's taking too long. Like, and then she felt kind of bad for the guy. She did, because she told me. And she said, I feel bad because, I know he's trying. And I said, no, Stoney, he's not trying. If he was trying, that shit would have been done. Period. Simple as that. It would have been done. Like, I do this shit every day. It would have been done, right? So it came to a point where it shit started not to make even that much more sense. And it was continuously holding us up. Meanwhile, Stoney wanted a check. And we were telling her, these people are touching the stuff and fucking it up. They need to let it go so we can take it over. By the time we took it over, it's like some 9th hour shit. I mean, once you get it and then it's still already discombobulated. Then we found out when we took it over that a lot of those records were registered under another dude's name, another person's name that was tight with her at one point. You know what I'm saying? One of her legalese. And I'm not going to say that name either because I don't need to. But the circle knows what I'm saying because we were all on the phone. Okay. So we found out the songs were registered to that person's name. So remember, we got out of one situation trying to clean that up with the codes. And the guy never got all the codes, by the way, just to let y'all know. He never even got all those codes. She paid $15,000 and never got all of the codes that she wanted to get. So know that. Okay. So now, hopefully you guys understand it better because I wanted you to understand that this person was here before we took over. That person was already in the mix with Angie before we took over. The code, let me say it again. The code guy was already there before we took over the situation. So hopefully that helps you understand it better. Now let's get into what I really want to get into. So I hate revisiting stuff, but you got so many people that just the comprehension. I don't know what's happened to people, but these days motherfuckers' comprehensions is just gone. People's comprehension is like, they need to bring that shit back in school,
I'm trying to tell you, Stone, because these reading, writing, arithmetic motherfuckers, boy, I'm telling you, and it'd be the audacity for me, because they carry themselves so very ignorant, but yet have so much to say. That shit was hilarious when you said that.
Well, the reading and comprehension, that because we need it.
Yeah.
Because people's comprehension is just, it's non-existent.
Like literally, let's get those people educated so that y'all can graduate from being reading, writing, arithmetic motherfuckers to reading and comprehension to be able to actually comprehend an intellectual conversation.
Okay. So about maybe 2 or 3 days ago, I wanted to talk about this young lady. It's weird. It's weird. Initially, I felt like it wasn't connected to this situation, but when the girl sent me the text, and she was so confident about everything, and for like 2 days, I wouldn't take her phone call. She sent me a message. I'm gonna post the message so you can see that I'm not making this shit up, right? For all you that take my words and twist it. She sent me an inbox message on Instagram. She introduced herself and she was talking to me like she knew me. So I said, she's talking like, you'll read it. And then I asked her, do you know me? Have we spoken? She said, no, we haven't. And then she went into telling me these various things about how she went to the second funeral. And by the way, for those that want to know why I didn't go to the funeral, the honest to God truth, that person in the middle that was actually putting together the obituary, they didn't send me the invitation. And it made me feel some kind of way. And I felt kind of uncomfortable because I never got a formal invitation to go to the funeral from them, from her, because she was putting it together. So all she had to do is just text me, the person in the middle. All she had to do, Angie's administrative assistant, all she had to do was send me a text and say, Stone, this is the date for the funeral. I don't know how would you guys have felt. I know some people say you still should have went. There's a lot of people I know that was close to Angie that didn't go because everything was such a mess. So because we had been on the phone talking business all the time, I felt really weird, and my brother felt weird. He wasn't gonna go to the funeral. He wanted to go, then he felt like it was just a lot of mess, you guys. Then I started thinking about the planes and all that weird shit that was happening with the planes. And because of the dynamic of all the stuff that had already happened, I was like, and the energy I was getting, I didn't want to be sitting in the funeral with some fake shit happening, because I would have said something, and then I'm not trying to ruin nobody's funeral by saying something that would have upset a lot of people, because I'm still riding for Angie. You understand what I'm saying? So I just didn't go. I just didn't go because that was pretty much the main reason, because of the invitation. After speaking with you for 3 or 4 days and then you don't send me an invitation, the administrative assistant.
Which, again, that was definitely intentional, in my opinion. On the flip side, though, it was also God's protection. Like, one thing I've realized so much, especially this past year, is that what we sometimes feel like we want to be a part of, and, you know, if we end up in certain environments, it could actually be to our detriment. And here's the other thing that's very telling: the fact that Read and Write and Arithmetic TV party went there. Imagine if he would have saw Stone. Think about what he's already said on his platform, that he would shoot him. When he said, "I don't fight, I shoot." And I know if we got into a fight, I would shoot this motherfucker. It could have very well have been, honestly, like a life and death situation for Stone if he would have gone. Because the people in the industry, they know who knows what. I'll just put it that way. And a lot of times, there will be people that are waiting for someone like Stone to show up just so they can do some sort of harm. Because just like, I can't share the details of the person, but he did share some messages with me where a person was basically trying to extort him, like basically trying to get him to, okay, let me put it this way. You know how Jaguar would always record people without their knowledge and consent, so that she could later expose them and or allegedly blackmail them? That's exactly what would have happened if the person that sent him that message, if he would have responded. It's also really weird when people send you messages in the form of a test with multiple choice answers and ask you to pick an answer from a multiple choice selection. Again, this shit is so diabolical, in my opinion, in terms of not only the way that these elite who have been accused have allegedly corrupted people, but the way they try so fast to purchase people's loyalty as well as their silence. Because it's like, okay, let's say he were to have taken their offer. They could then later blackmail him and try to expose him and say, oh, see, he took money from us to be silent, or he took money, you know, to do X, Y, Z. Just like, you know, the whole bullshit with Danny, trying to offer $1,000 for me to come on her panel and just do stupid shit. These people know exactly who you are, and they know exactly what to say. And to a person who would have been like financially desperate, they probably would have taken that offer. But people who have integrity are like, no, why would you even want to pay me to switch up? That's what's telling to me. When people want to pay you to silence you or pay you for the sole purpose of extorting you. It's real weird how that works, especially in this industry and even on YouTube.
I never got an invitation, right? So it's all good. So I didn't go. And you know what? I found out later that probably was the best thing I could do, was not go. I'm gonna say it again, was not to go.
Yeah,
there was a reason, wasn't meant for me to be there.
Exactly.
Now let's get back into this girl.
Hey,
the young lady sent me a message. And I'm trying not to make this video long, but it looks like it's gonna be long. I might have to chop it up in parts. So this might be the end of part of one video. So I'll stop here if you want to see the other half. You can go to my YouTube, but for TikTok, it might just end right here. Okay, so go to my YouTube if you want to see the rest of the video. Let's start back. The girl sent me a message and she started to have dialogue with me. And she told me, her and Angie had come together to work on some kind of documentary called 7 or something like that, right? And she was the executive producer. She said she was putting the money up. And I said, okay. I said, okay, cool. She sent me a text. Now, this girl had been calling my phone. I didn't know who it was. Calling, sending messages in Instagram, calling. And I was like, man, who is this? And I read it and I didn't trust her because I felt initially like it might have been somebody trying to do a little low-key troll to get information from me. And I'm one of them sharp dudes. Like, you can't troll me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 55 years old. You're not gonna be able to just troll me out. You know, understand what I'm saying? I'm sharp. You know what I'm saying? My third eye is just sharp. So I didn't speak to this girl on the phone for 2 days. And then finally I allowed her to call me. But when she called me, she said some weird shit. She started talking to me. She said she had a lot to tell me. She had already sent me a screenshot of what she said. And what the screenshot said is this. I'm only going to tell you what it said. Better yet, I'm not even going to tell you. I am going to post what this screenshot said. When she sent it to me, I was shocked. So I say to her, why would somebody want to hurt you? Right? She said, well, can I talk to you? I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk through the message. I want to talk to you on the phone. Can I? And I was like, okay, call me. When she called me, she immediately, started talking for a little bit. And then she said, can I get my dad on the phone? That alarmed me. Because if you spent 3 or 4 days trying to get a hold of me and said you had all this stuff to tell me, and then immediately you want to get your dad on the phone, I didn't know who could have been listening on the fucking phone that she wanted to call. So I was like, nah, I'm good. And all of a sudden the phone hung up in the middle of her saying, I guess she was going to put her dad on the phone. Like I said, I didn't know if it was her father or not. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So it hung up. I was like, hey, that was perfect. So she texted me back. She said, I apologize. My phone hung up. And then I get a call from a Detroit number. It was her father. I listened to the message. And he said, my daughter, you know, did she explain to you this? Did she tell you that? I apologize. You know, the phone hung up. I told her that, you know, it's you're probably going to think it's weird that she's reaching out to you. And everything he said, I had thought. I was like, yeah, you know, hell yeah. Right. So I finally decided to call her. But I had a friend of mine call her because I didn't want my number to show up, right? In case she was on something or up to something, right? So my friend called her and I talked to her, right? And we were chopped it up and she told me that somebody threatened her life. I told her, I know, I saw the text. I said, but why would they want to do that? And she said, I didn't go to the first funeral, but I went to the second funeral. And she said, I know things. She didn't tell me what she knew because we still haven't gotten into that. But I'm still trying to make sense of it, you guys. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I am only sharing the information. This is why I'm going to show you the text in my Instagram. I'm going to show you the conversation we had. And I asked her specifically, why do you want to share this information with me? And she was talking to me like she had spoken to me. And that's what bothered me. I was like, I've never talked to you. I've never, you know, I thought she might've been part of the 3 other, men and some other people that had hit me up, the anonymous people that had hit me up, right? I thought she was part of that, right? But it wasn't. She was somebody brand new. And literally, I'm getting people every day that are inboxing me with all kinds of shit. You kind of got to be careful with what you take in. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what was going on, so you can't come in my inbox and tell me some shit that I don't already know especially about the business I had with Angie. So the other shit that people have been telling me, excuse my language if I'm cussing, because I don't, but for the sake of this, it seems like I got to get my point across, so it's just coming out. But I wasn't really concerned with the stuff she was saying. But when she sent me that screenshot and what it said, I said, damn, I'm going to post it and I'll let you guys read it. I was shocked. So
and again, the dates, it's the dates for me. Like, you really have to ask yourself, why in the world do all the dates for all this weird satanic activity, why does it keep happening? In conjunction with this calendar, the satanic ritual calendar. Because again, March 17th. Now, I just figured out something else from a detective standpoint, because I'm now calling myself Detector Gadget or Detector D, whatever. The message on Tough TV's video, dated March 11, 2024, again, 2 days before the blood ritual assassination. And then now this message being 2 days after the final day. Let's really look at that. I have a feeling it's the same people. Because on that other message, it said March 11, 2024. So 2 days before it starts, they predict with all that psychotic shit what was going to happen. And then 2 days after the blood ritual assassination, all of a sudden, that's when they send the "we took Angie out, you're next" message. And then them choosing the spring equinox, another Sabbatic goat Baphomet festival. So again, there's no such thing as all this just being a coincidence. There's no way that all these different messages and text messages and DMs and phone calls, there's no way that all of that resonates with that satanic ritual calendar, but it's just a conspiracy. No fucking way, bro. And to threaten her on the 20th by saying TikTok, any age, male or female. And then as well, strobe tide, 3 days before Ash Wednesday, which is a witch Sabbatic goat festival. And then Good Friday, blood ritual, human sacrifice. So again, in my opinion, not a coincidence.
I don't know, you guys. Tell me what your thoughts of this message that this girl screenshot for me. And I'm going to show you so you see that she actually shared it in my Instagram. It was on the 17th. Then she went to the police department, I think on the 22nd. You'll see in the police report the date. I have to cover her father's name up and stuff. But she went to the police department and she filed a police report as a threat, that somebody made a threat on her life. You know what I mean? So you guys tell me what you think about this. This is information I'm sharing. She reached out to me. She said she didn't trust any other bloggers. I asked her, how come you didn't just go online and do it yourself? And she said she saw my video and she know that I had worked with Angie as well as herself. So she wanted to share it within the circle. Because I definitely told her, you could have took that to another blogger. Could have took that to another content creator, but she wanted to bring that to me. So I want you to take a look at this.
And I'm going to point that out for the sake of all the trolls and all of the royal rejects of YouTube that have been trashing Stone. There's a reason why a lot of us are gravitating towards Stone is because he does carry an energy of genuineness. Like, I'm looking at him, I don't see a man that's broke. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these people on YouTube who depend on YouTube solely for their only source of income, I just don't see, nor do I feel that with Stone. So it's like, why would he be making this up? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody from within Angie's circle has spoken out, and damn near no one from her circle even attended the homegoing events. So it's just, you know, it's just weird to me, the people that don't want to believe him when he's produced receipts. Because I showed you guys the whole TBC group and, you know, his brother Vasal's company and stuff. Again, I'm still like, I'm still kind of questioning Vasal, but regardless, I do believe Stone has a genuine interest in trying to help resolve it. I don't think that that man needs any sort of money. I don't believe I've never seen him beg for clicks and likes. So I'm just saying.
Listen, you guys tell me your thoughts. For all those that think that I kind of, you know, I speak in riddles. I don't speak in riddles. You guys' comprehension is just not that good.
I know that's
which you probably couldn't solve a puzzle. And I'm not insulting anybody. I'm just saying some real shit. We're in different times. When
he said that your guys' comprehension's not good, you probably couldn't solve a puzzle. That just, I don't know why that just tickles me.
People are not made like they were made years ago when we were young. Like, you know, we have different kind of humans now. People just don't seem to piece things together too fast. So they think the lie is the truth. And I'll say this again, the truth is a lie. And that's all I can say to you. But what I want you to do is just take a look at this and leave a comment and tell me you guys' thoughts. I know you're going to ask me, did you tell her to go to the police? She had already went to the police. I didn't need to tell her that. But what was freaky about the police thing was when she talked to me, she was acting like she was telling me that the police wanted to talk to me. I said, if the police wanted to talk to me, they would have reached out to me. So I'm not buying that shit. She said, oh, call the detective. I said, no, I already talked to a detective. Already talked to me. I'll have that detective talk to that detective. She said, no, this detective was in. She said, this detective was in. Oh, no, this detective was in Atlanta. What freaked me out a little bit is I never told her that the detective I talked to was in Alabama. So it's just strange that it's almost like I don't even know. I just was like, how could she know that the detective talked to me was not in Atlanta? She said, oh, this detective is in Atlanta. I was like, before I could even mention to her that the guy I was dealing with, and I don't even think I told her he was in Alabama, right? I just said, I'll have the detective that talked to me talk to him. There's no need for me to talk to this guy. Why? You know, why? But she was really adamant about me speaking with him, you know, and I didn't trust her initially. You tell me your thoughts. I'm still questioning this situation with her because I asked her, why would somebody want to hurt you? And she just told me that she knows a lot. And that's what she said to me, you guys. Take a look at this. Tell me your thoughts. Leave a comment. On the next video, we're going to get.
And typically, that's usually the situation. You know, they do want to come for the ones who know the most. And just like that alleged premonition, that very disturbing note, I mean, it you know, it makes sense for them to want to take out those who were on the inside, who do know and who do have information. Those are the people that are the most threatening. The ones from the inside, you know. So again, shout out to Stone. And I am looking forward to his next video. And I'm looking forward to when he actually has time to join the panel. We did discuss that earlier this evening, you know, because of course I invited him. But he'll let me know, like, in the middle of producing an album. He did tell me, he said, actually absolutely would love to come on your platform. And he thanked me for all of us supporting him and for the prayers, you know, and for not being like the other content creators that are just out here for clicks and views talking shit, because I feel like There's a reason the Most High keeps aligning me with certain. And it's people who I do believe, you know, I definitely learned from the whole Jaguar situation. But when it comes to people like him, the first thing I look at, does this person have something to gain by lying? And if it doesn't appear that the person has something to gain by lying, I'm more inclined to believe that person. And a lot of the things that he has already spoken about, I saw in the 5D with certain visions and premonitions that I have. So I want to share this before I end the live. 333 came up during the live, actually. And I just wanted to bring up the angel number again. Okay, so the meaning of seeing angel number 333, seeing angel number 333, and I'm on my yoga ball, y'all. That's why I keep rocking back and forth, and I have a little pink one. I'm setting my legs on. So I'm doing a full extension stretch while I'm doing this. Seeing angel number 333 repeatedly is a sign that the universe is trying to communicate with you. The angels want you to pay attention to your thoughts, your feelings, and intuition. They are urging you to trust your instincts and take action towards your goals. When you see angel number 333, it's a signal for you to let go of any limiting beliefs and doubts that are holding you back. And I'm so glad I received that, because so much has gone on these past few days, and it definitely was starting to strike some, doubts were trying to creep up. So again, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and the master for that. The angels are encouraging you to have faith in yourself and your ability. They want you to know that you have the power to create the life you desire. I do receive that. Angel number 333 is a manifestation number. I'm going to drop the link. Hold on, you guys. That way, if you guys want to pull this stuff on your own time, you can. Okay, so there's the link. And I'm going to take it off because I keep forgetting the comments do cover up the words. Okay, so angel number 333 is a manifestation number. It's a reminder that you have the ability to attract abundance and prosperity into your life with your thoughts and beliefs. The universe is constantly responding to your vibration. So it's essential to focus on positive and empowering thoughts, because the more positive you think, the more the universe is going to give you that back. So again, it's essential to focus on positive and empowering thoughts. When you see angel number 333, it's an opportunity to align your thoughts and emotions with your desires. The angels are reminding you to visualize your goals and take action towards making them a reality. Trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor and everything is falling into place. Angel number 333 has a deep spiritual significance. It's a reminder that you are a divine being and you are here to fulfill a purpose. The angels want you to connect with your higher self and trust the guidance you receive from within. Seeing angel number 333 is an invitation to deepen your spiritual practice and connect with the divine realm. It's a reminder that you are never alone and your angels are always with you, supporting and guiding you. Take time to meditate, pray, or connect with nature to strengthen your spiritual connection. So shout out to the angels and the ancestors for that divine download. And shout out to all of you for hanging in there and picking it with me as I deep dive into research. Keister Bunny, I'm not sure if this is your first time tuning in. If so, thank you. Welcome to D's World. Thank you for subscribing. Why would they warn her, though? That leaves a trail. Can Angie be enough of an unsaid threat? Unless this is how they enact compliance through fear tactics. That's what I'm thinking, Keister. Because you got to think about it. If you're on the inside and you have inside information that nobody else has and they find out, what's the quickest way to get you to shut the fuck up? by threatening to kill you, striking fear in you, the whole fear campaign to make you afraid to speak out, which is why she did it. Because like he said, she could have went to any other content creator or she could have posted it herself. Unfortunately, their fear tactic worked. So she's like, well, hey, I see Stone is speaking out against it. Let me just go ahead and reach out to him and see if he might, want to share it. So yeah, I do think it was more of a fear tactic to get her to shut up so that she wouldn't expose what she knew. At least that's my theory, my take on it. Yvonne, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm playing both the 432 relaxation music, high frequency, and the 963 on this one, which is you're welcome. No problem. And again, thank you and welcome to my channel. So family, I plan to come back this evening if all goes well today. I do have a lot to take care of today. We will be doing, as long as Cody is still up to it, we will be doing his panel discussion with me about his transformation as a transgender. And then depending on how long we go with that, I will probably, depending on what time it's scheduled, probably in that live, I'm thinking take a break to eat and then come back with more information. Because there is a lot of information that Stone shared with me, and some of it I can publicly share, but a lot of it I can't. So I just kind of want to dig into researching some things. I do believe Angie Stone was abducted. I do believe she was used for a satanic ritual. That's just my opinion. I feel like definitely, the whole satanic calendar ritual dates and everything just lining up with the calendar. It just, I just don't believe all this stuff's a coincidence. I just really don't. I really believe this was all planned. And I want to do my part to help it get exposed. Because the way that we stop it is we help it get exposed. Otherwise, it'll just continue. So family, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your prayers and your positive energy. I've dealt with a similar form of faceless coercion in a different avenue, which is why it makes sense. Exactly. Because that's exactly what they were attempting to do, was to coerce her into just, silencing her. Like, we came for Angie, we're coming for you next. I mean, if someone messaged me that randomly, it would be alarming too. But see, what I would do is I would trace where that came from and immediately report them. And if I could find their location, send the police to their house. So yeah, I'm glad she reached out to Stone. I hope that young lady is okay. And I'm sending prayers still to Stone Paxton and all the other people who are grieving the loss of Angie Stone. And then we will get into the receipts as far as with paperwork, his connection. I'm going to do it with him and that whole him trolling the homegoing events. And then also his connection to Diddy via Gene Deal and Clive. Because I just feel like there is paid opposition on YouTube. I feel like there is incentivized, like people have been sent out to create opposition and do smear campaigns and to discredit those whose voices are being heard. So it'll be interesting. But thank you so much, family. I appreciate everybody's prayers. And for those who can send a donation, my Cash App and Venmo is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I do speak healing over my body. And my goal is to be able to go get the biopsy done and all the other medical that I need, MRI, CT scan, all that. So anybody who can donate, please do. Again, you can't send any donations to my Cash App or Venmo, which is also pinned in the chat. But family, thank you for your prayers. Please continue to pray for all of us. Pray for each other. Pray for the victims. Pray for the children who are still being trafficked, that they will be found. Pray for the next generation to wake up and unlock their third eye. And pray for those who have been survivors of sexual abuse to receive their healing Keystone Paxton in your prayers. Keep our good bro Cody in his prayers, because Cody just recently lost his father. And let's just keep our vibrations high and let's stay focused on what matters, family, okay? So yeah, Keister said, I learned the best way to protect yourself is to surround yourself with unicorporate idiots, as in not connected. It keeps you public and keeps the threat at a distance. Right. So yeah, appreciate you guys so much. Again, shout out to my new DzPeepz. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell. That way, every time I go live or upload, you guys receive that notification. And family, have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful day. So thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm going to keep speaking out. You know, when you get a chance, catch replay on my last few lives. I really do deep dive because I want to know the truth. I don't want to just believe something because this content creator said it or this content creator said it. I want to get it from the source of the people that were the closest with Angie when she was still with us. So thank you. I appreciate that so much. So family, have a beautiful day. Keep your vibrations high. Stay focused on what matters. Love you guys.
I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie.